live stream.
Ooh, what?
Mm-hmm. And my little bee, my bee glass.
Hi, Bee.
Hi, bee.
Beehive.
You with that Dorothy wig and the goatee is killing
Right,
me.
I cannot.
Well, Sam, you
You're
missed.
one to talk. You're one of the hairiest bitches I've ever seen in
Oh,
my life.
here we go.
Here we go.
Here we
Happy
go.
We're already live.
I thought I was just
John.
being nice so that nobody commented on your hairy upper lip.
Oh, Lord, yes. Yes. It has begun.
It's blonde and I'm far away.
All right. YouTube is in the chat there, and I'm going to put it in both chats, in the Steel chat and the big group chat. If my MacBook decides to cooperate.
If I can, I don't remember if we did this before, but we're gonna try. I think I have.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, up until then, you were never looked better, babe.
Man, we are not we have not even started the
That's
script
an
yet.
04.
Don't start
this
with me, you ugly ass cancer patient.
Shut up! I didn't feel like Weezer would have rainbow hair, okay? Also, are you French? What's with the armpit hair, girl?
It's the latest craze and go fuck yourself.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
We've already. Oh God, it's already going so well.
Oh, too low.
Am I literally gonna?
He says Joseph and Mary.
I'm literally gonna have.
Oh
to
no,
say-
she's slipping.
God.
The prayer didn't work.
It did not. It did not. Turns out I'm not a
prayed
God-fearing
the wrong
woman.
God, y'all.
Because we know who's playing Anel, so that's why.
Yeah, turns out I'm not enough of a God-fearing woman.
Oh Lord.
No truer
Okay.
words have ever been spoken, babe.
Okay. I will get y'all I'll get y'all the link in group in a minute. My browser is being very slow right now.
I may be a
so-
woman that God fears, but I'm for sure not a God-fearing woman.
Okay, shit. All right, so we've already. It is not a reading with y'all. Kelsey, thank you, because my browser is being a turtle.
Oh, you got a lousy browsy?
Yes. I'll play with it during my non-scene part. So, hello everybody out there on the internet. We are the Not Ready for Quarantine players. Welcome to our script reading of Steel Magnolias, benefiting the American Diabetes Association. I will get into who's playing who and what we're doing in a minute, but I would not be remiss if I did not say, starting out here, that this year has already gone to the shitter. And I feel like if I don't say something with the platform that we have, that Ginger and I have made, that in some weird way makes us culpable or whatever. Bottom line is we are all left-leaning here. We are all Democrats. We are all fully condemn the domestic terrorism that happened on the 6th. And we're going to continue raising money for the causes that piss off the Republicans. And I'd also like to say, none of us are failed actors living with their mothers. So when I read that in the news about crazy shaman boy, I'm like, that's just great. Failed actor.
First of all, that is an insult to people that actually that study orishas, that do witchcraft, that study Wiccan. That's insulting within itself. First of all.
Correct. First of all.
And yes, to echo your sentiment, I'm always here to make racist white people upset. So it's one of my favorite things.
You do that by breathing.
So well, dear.
You do that by breathing, girl.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll actually start with Sam tonight. So playing our one of our co-leads. We're all kind of leads at some point, except for like me. Playing Shelby is Samantha Madison.
Contrary to
Welcome.
popular belief, pink is not my signature color. It's purple.
Nope. Maybe it's a Virgo thing. Playing her mother Malin, we've got Michelle Wynn back. Yay. In the role of Dolly Parton as Truvy tonight, we've got Kelsey Davis.
Hello.
Playing the smartest smartass in the show and already doing it before I even hit live. Claire Reed, we've got Mona Chase back.
I'm just tickled, blushed, and bashful to be here.
And we also have Ginger Fahrenheit as Weeza Boudreaux, which I'm looking real forward to seeing.
You know I love you more than my luggage. Which is Clary's line, but I don't give a shit.
Whatever.
Already stealing my lines.
Do I give a fucks? No.
Oh my gosh.
Now you can see why he cast them in those roles. I'm playing the hapless Annelle Dupuis. And Sean is, I'm actually afraid to rename Sean. Oops. Sean is our narrator / radio announcer for the second act. And this is also going to be a little bit different tonight. We're not doing an actual film script reading. That's why it's only the 6 leads. We're doing the actual stage play. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be different. Yeah. So, Sean, if you are ready, please take us away.
Act 1, Scene 1. Curtain rises on Truvy's beauty shop. There are sounds of gunshots and a dog barking. Annelle is spraying Truvy's hair with much more hairspray than necessary.
Oops. I see a hole.
I was hoping you'd catch that.
It's a little poofier than I would normally do, but I'm nervous.
I'm not real concerned about that. When I go to bed, I wrap my entire head in toilet tissue just so it gets a little smushed down anyway in that process.
In my class at the trade school, I was number 1 when it came to frosting and streaking. I did my own.
Really? I wouldn't have known. And I could spot a bottle job from 20 paces. Well, your technique is good and your form and content will improve over time. So you're hired. And not a moment too soon. This morning we're going to be as busy as a one-armed paper hanger.
Thank you, Miss Truvy. Thank you.
No time. Now, you know where the coffee stuff is. Everything else is on a tray next to the stove.
Here, let me help you. You've got tiny hairs and fuzzes all over you.
Honey, there's so much static electricity in here. I pick up everything but boys and money. Be a treasure. Annelle, this is the most successful shop in town. Want to know why?
Why?
Because I have a strict philosophy that I have stuck to for 15 years. There is no such thing as natural beauty. That's why I've never lost a client to the cut and curt or the beauty box. And remember, my ladies get only the best. Do not scrimp on anything. Feel free to use as much hairspray as you want. Manicure station here. Just shove that stuff to one side. It goes right there.
There's no such thing as natural beauty.
Remember that, or we're both out of a job. Just look at me, Annelle. It takes some effort to look like this.
I can see that. How many ladies do we have this morning?
I restrict myself to the ladies of the neighborhood on Saturday mornings. Normally, that would be just 3, but today we've got Shelby Eatonton. She's not a regular. She's the daughter of a regular. I have to do something special with her hair. She's getting married this afternoon. Now, how long have you been here in town?
A few weeks.
New in town. Must be exciting being in a new place. I wouldn't know. I've lived here all my life.
It's a little scary.
I can imagine. Well, tell me things about yourself.
There's nothing to tell. I live here. I got a job now. That's it. Could I borrow a few of these back issues of Southern Hair?
Sure. It's essential to keep abreast of the latest styles. I'm glad to see your interest. I get McCall's Family Circle, Glamour, Mademoiselle, Ladies Home Journal, every magazine known to man. You must live close by, within walking distance at least. I don't see a car.
I don't have a car. I've been staying across the river at Robeline's boarding house.
That's quite a walk. Ruth Robaline. Now there's a story. She's a twisted, troubled soul. Her life has been an experiment in terror. Husband killed in World War II. Her son was killed in Vietnam. I have to tell you, when it comes to suffering, she's right up there with Elizabeth Taylor.
I had no idea. Is that a gunshot?
Yes, dear, I believe it is. Plug in the hot plate, please.
But why is someone firing a gun in a nice neighborhood like this?
It's a long story. Has to do with Shelby's wedding and her father. You'll be happier if you just ignore it like the rest of the neighborhood.
Knock, knock.
Morning, Clary.
Oh, morning, Truvy.
I tried to call you and tell you I was running late. No answer.
Oh, I was at the high school. I was out at the crack of dawn.
And now I want you to meet the former First Lady of Chinkapin, Mrs. Belcher. Clary, this is Annelle. She's taking Judy's place.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, well, I'm a little embarrassed. Had I known I was meeting new people, I would have taken a little more pride in my appearance. I have been at the dedication of our new football field. I'm not always this windblown.
Annelle, they named the stadium after her late husband. Lloyd Belcher Memorial Coliseum. The team has voted her all sorts of special titles.
Oh, and I have the pom-poms to prove it. Now, what's your name, dearie?
Oh, my married name's Dupuy.
I don't think I know any Dupuis.
I just moved here. I'm originally from Zwolle.
Well, that explains it. Truvy, I thought I bought you those recipes.
Clary, the reason I called is, do you mind if I do Shelby first?
Oh, that's fine. I'll amuse myself. Shelby's the most important one today. Oh, that man, I swear, I think the situation is worse than ever.
Annelle, we're going to need more towels. They're stacked up next to the washing machine.
Oh, sweet girl, where did you find her?
She heard I had a position open and she just walked in. I think there's a story here.
What makes you say that?
Well, for starters, she's married, but she lives over at Ruth Robeline's alone.
Oh, I'd get to the bottom of this if I were you. You've got some nice silverware keeping in around here.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. She's very nice. I just love the idea of hiring someone with a past.
She can't be more than 18. She hasn't had time to have a past.
Honey, it's the 80s. If you can achieve puberty, you can achieve a past.
Whew, yuck.
Annelle, how'd you make this coffee?
Like you said, I poured hot water through the thing.
Where'd you get the water?
It was boiling on the stove.
Did you notice the hot dogs in the bottom of the pot?
No, why is this something that you could say to me in everyday life?
Make some more, please.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't worry. I love a good hot dog, just not with cream and sugar.
She's probably not an international spy, but if she works out, I may let her rent the garage apartment.
I thought the twins were going to live there while they were going to college.
Recent developments. Louie's going away to LSU now, and Poot has decided to work for my cousin in Baltimore. He doesn't want to be called Poot anymore. My babies are growing up.
Oh, I can't believe your kids are old enough to leave the nest.
Well, you know, I was a child bride. Well, I look at the bright side. I have some places to visit now. I've always wanted to go to Baltimore. I'm told it's the hairdo capital of the world.
Oh, here are those recipes. Man, I'm just so fat I couldn't feel them.
The recipes? Let me see. This sounds delicious.
Oh, it is. And the Bisquick makes it so simple. And this one, it's from my daughter-in-law. She says you can't attend a function in Tickfall where this is not served.
Yum. Now, are these chocolate chips semi-sweet or milk?
Milk.
Is the Caro syrup light or dark?
Well, that's a matter of taste.
Where's the other one you're telling me about? Cuppa.
Oh, well, that's so easy you don't even have to write it down. It's a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, and a cup of fruit cocktail with juice. Mix it up, bake it till 350 till it's golden brown and bubbly. Can't mess it up.
Sounds awfully rich.
Well, it is. So I serve it over ice cream, to cut the sweetness. Give me some paper. I'll write it down for you if you need.
And now, get Miss Clary some paper. I believe there's some stuck on the Frigidaire under the crawfish. Oh, and here's that article on Princess Di. Sometimes I wonder if Drum Eaton's brain gets enough oxygen. That is so annoying.
I'll try living next door to him.
Hi, everybody.
There she is. There's my girl. Come break my neck.
Truly, it's so good to see you. Morning, Miss Clary. It's not that I'm unfriendly. I'm just worried about my nails.
Oh, what a pretty color.
I hope this doesn't dry it too dark. If it's too dark, it will never do. You know the colors are never the same on the bottle.
You will always find that to be true.
This is drying way too dark. Practically pink my foot. Truvy, do you have any of those nail polish remover things?
Here, where's your mama?
Right behind me, I thought. Hi, I'm Shelby Eaton, soon to be Latry.
Hi, I'm Anil. I'm new.
Today's Anel's first day.
Well, Anel, you're working with the best. Anyone who's anybody gets their hair done at Truvy's.
Absolutely. Shelby, I would walk on my lips to avoid criticizing anyone, but your father is about to make us all pull our hair out. And that is bad for my business.
Well, he should be finished with his yard work soon.
I hope so.
You're not the only one concerned. Mama's about to have a fit. She and Daddy are fighting like cats and dogs.
Oh, they're just anxious with so much going on.
No, they're not. They're just trying to create as much tension as possible in any given situation. It's a creed they live by.
I was just reading an article in Glamour about tension during family occasions. It seems there can be a lot of stress and trauma. The thing I found most interesting is that stressful times can unleash deep, dark hostilities that make your hair fall out.
They're fighting about patio furniture. Jackson and I will never fight about silly things. Are you married, Anel?
Oh, I hope that coffee's better.
Well, it smells right.
How pretty.
Princess Grace.
Did you bring me the picture of the hairdo like I asked?
Here you go. Study it carefully. Here's the baby's breath.
This is so exciting. I feel like I'm present at the creation. There is something so wondrous about the way a bride looks. I feel it is beauty in its purest form. Where are you going to put this stuff? There's no baby's breath in this picture.
Oh, you just stick it in. That's what she said. It's meant to frame my face. Baby's breath is part of my whole decoration concept for a total romantic look. Miss Clary, what cute shoes.
Oh, you think so? I'm not sure. I think they might be a little too racy for me. Oh, I'll probably just give them away.
Those are too cha-cha for words. If you decide to get rid of them, I'll buy them from you.
Well, what size do you wear?
Well, in a good shoe, I wear a size 6, but a 7 feels so good, I buy a size 8.
Well, they're 8.5.
Perfect. Slide around in my shoe.
Hi, Mama. Look at Miss Clary's shoes.
They're mine.
Is this a riddle?
Anel, this is my mama. How are things at the house?
Fine. Weezer Boudreaux just this second dropped by to talk to your father. One or both of them are probably lying in a pool of blood by now. Hello, did you say Annelle? What a pretty name. Unusual. I'm Lynn.
How's the mother of the bride?
Don't ask.
Well, what's the matter?
Nothing a handful of prescription drugs can't solve.
I'll take this for you.
Just put it over there, please.
Annelle, why don't you go on and shampoo Mrs. Eatonton? These girls have mountains to move today.
Ain't that the truth?
Her coiffure card is right on top.
Oh, piece of cake.
Mama, this color is all wrong. It looks like a stuck pig bled all over my hands.
I'm sure I have something at the house that'll do.
But do you have pink?
Of course I have pink.
It has to be delicate.
If I don't have something, we'll send one of the boys to the store to get you delicate pink nail polish.
Great idea, Mama. I'd love to see what Tommy pick out.
Anything I can do to help out last minute?
You've done plenty, Clary. I think we've got everything situated. We just finished borrowing every fund in North Louisiana. The boys got in last night and they're taking care of odds and ends.
Well, I hope the rain holds off. I'm sorry it's not a prettier day.
This is perfect weather for me. I don't function well when it's hot. I love cloudy days. On cloudy days, I feel God's not trying very hard, so I don't have to either.
She does sweat profusely.
Thank you, Mama.
Heat never bothers me. I love it. But spicy foods make me sweat, especially on the top of my head. My hair gets wet.
Oh, I'll get the phone.
I'll bet that's for me. It's probably my mind trying to locate my body.
Hello? Oh, yes, sir, she is. Hold on a minute. Malin, it's your husband.
Yes, Drum. I don't know. I haven't got it. I don't have it, Drum. If you're trying to drive me crazy, you're too late. For the last time, I don't have it. Ask the boys. Goodbye.
What did Daddy want?
Nothing.
So we want to sweep it up, but leave some of the softness around your ears.
Sweep it up. I'm sorry.
Sweep it up.
Yes, Mama. Up, like Princess Grace.
Did you bring Truvy the picture of Jacqueline Smith?
No, I brought the picture of Princess Grace. I destroyed the picture of Jacqueline Smith.
But I thought I made you understand the advantages of the Jacqueline Smith hairdo.
No, Mama.
Well, at least I talked her out of that stupid idea of sticking baby's breath all in her hair.
Keep your head in the sink, please.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. I find cold water refreshing. Just startled me a little.
Oh, Truvy, could I copy your recipe for strawberry pie?
Sure. Your mother doesn't tell us much, Shelby. What's Jackson like?
Oh, he's pretty swell. I thought he was a pest at first, but then he kind of grew on me, and now I love him.
Where'd you meet him?
At a party at the Petroleum Club in Shreveport. I had no idea who he was, but I was getting a big kick out of watching him on the dance floor. It was painfully obvious he had never taken the time to dance in front of a mirror. There was something so attractive about how stupid he looked.
Is he real romantic?
No, but he does give me flowers and little presents if I bug him enough. He has promised to give me a red rose on every anniversary, corresponding to the number of that anniversary. I think that's so sweet.
Well, now, that's a pretty romantic idea, isn't it?
Yes, I wish it had been his.
Well, Lloyd and I missed it to 50 years by 3 months, that stinker. Bless his heart, he tried. He just couldn't make it.
You remember your wedding?
Well, of course I do. I remember everything. The flowers, the food. Weezer was my maid of honor. Oh, Shelby, I hope you and Jackson will be as happy as Lloyd and I were. We had such a good time. Till last November. At least he hung on through the state playoffs.
Miss Clary, there are still good times to be had.
Oh, sure, but I miss the whirlwind of being the mayor's wife. It's not easy being just one. I don't like going to things by myself. If I go with another couple, I'm a third wheel. If I go with a friend, we're just a couple of old biddies.
Somebody like you should be able to find something to occupy your time.
Well, I really do love football, but it's hard to parlay that into a reason to live.
Let's just face it, Clary, you're a woman coming to terms with her grips. You and I are in the same boat. My kids are leaving town. I got a husband that hasn't moved from in front of the TV set in 15 years. It's up to us to figure out why we were put on this earth. That's today's sermon. So, Shelby, are you and Jackson going to live in West Monroe or Monroe proper?
Monroe, of course. His law practice is there.
Oh, you're so lucky. Shelby, Louisiana lawyers do well, whether they want to or not.
I don't really care. Don't get me wrong, the money's real nice, but I just like the idea of growing old with somebody. My dream is to get old and sit on the back porch covered with grandchildren and say, no, and stop that.
Are you going to quit nursing?
Never. I love it. I love being around all those babies. Last week we had this poor little fellow, 2.5 months premature. He looked like a big rat. I kept talking to him and holding him, but I knew he wasn't going to make it.
So sad.
It happens all the time.
Well, Drum and I feel that Shelby should not work once she's married.
I'm so anxious to discuss this topic for the 900th time this week.
You should not be on your feet all day. You should be kinder to your circulatory system.
Anel, I know you're new and all, but don't let that stop you. Anytime you have anything to say, just let her rip.
Words you'll never hear me say. I don't have anything to say.
Well, Milan, looks like you're ready to roll. I think we can trust Anel to roll you up, don't you? Do you think you can roll up Mrs. Eatonton, Anel?
I don't know. Today's very special. My work tends to be too poofy when I'm nervous. Does your dress have to go over your head?
You can't screw up her hair. You just tease it and make it look like a blonde football helmet.
I must have missed the passage in Emily Post that said all abuse must be heaped on the mother of the bride. Go ahead, Anel. I'm sure you'll do a beautiful job. It doesn't matter what I look like anyway.
Oh, hush, girls. Shelby, tell me things about the wedding. How many bridesmaids?
9.
Good Lord.
Exactly.
Well, I hope that photographer brings a wide-angle lens.
I think it's embarrassing and awful, but Mama made me have my cousins and Margie St. Maurice.
Shelby, you know there was no way around it.
It will be pretentious. Daddy always says an ounce of pretension is worth a pound of manure.
The poet laureate of Dogwood Lane.
Mama, I wish you would get off Daddy's back. He gets enough hassle from Miss Weezer.
What do you color, Shelby?
Lush and bashful.
Her colors are pink and pink.
Blush and bashful.
I ask you, how precious is this wedding going to get?
My colors are blush and bashful. I've chosen 2 shades of pink. One is much deeper than the other.
Oh, but the bridesmaids' dresses, they are gorgeous.
And the ceremony will be too. All the walls are banked with sprays of flowers in the 2 shades of blush and bashful. There's a pink carpet specially laid for the service and pink silk button draped over anything that would stand still.
The sanctuary looks like it's been hosed down with Pepto-Bismol.
I like pink.
I tried to talk her into using peaches and cream. That would be so lovely this time of year. All the azaleas in our backyard are peach colored. Peach is so flattering to every skin tone.
No way. Pink is my signature color.
What color is your dress, Malin?
Peaches and cream.
Clary?
Beige lace to the knee.
I am wearing a sexy blue chiffon, Shelby. Jackson's going to take one look at me and leave you in the dust.
Mama's dress is gorgeous. It cost more than my wedding dress.
It did not. It was on sale.
That's what she told Daddy. What she actually meant is that it was for sale, not on sale.
Oh, get it? Hello? Hi, Janice. Yes, I heard. I know it's an emergency, but today I'm dealing with Shelby. But tomorrow's Sunday. But sure, fine. Come by after church.
Oh, Clary.
Oh, Truvy, you shouldn't give up your Sundays.
Well, you know how neurotic Janice Van Meter is about her appearance.
Oh, Janice is the current mayor's wife. We hate her.
Now, Shelby, fill me in on the reception.
There's going to be ferns and twinkling lights. There'll be magnolias in the pool.
I just hope your father doesn't get any magnolias from Weezer's side of the tree. We will never hear the end of it.
The wedding cake will be by the pool. The groom's cake will be hidden in the car.
Shelby and I agree on one thing.
The groom's cake, it's awful. It's in the shape of a giant armadillo.
An armadillo?
Jackson wanted a cake in the shape of an armadillo. He has an aunt that makes them.
It's unusual.
It's repulsive. It has gray icing. I can't even begin to think how you would make gray icing.
Worse, the cake pot is red velvet cake, blood red. People are going to be hacking into this animal that looks like it's bleeding to death.
The rehearsal dinner was an experience.
It wasn't that bad. It was out at Jackson's uncle's place on the river.
They served steak and potatoes. They went through a lot of trouble.
His family loves to barbecue.
For dessert, they served an original creation called Dago pie. I think that says it all. Jackson's from a good old Southern family with good old Southern values. You either shoot it, stuff it, or marry it.
They are simply outdoorsy, that's all.
Did you all do anything especially romantic?
We drove down to Frenchman's Point and went parking.
Shelby, really?
Oh boy, the romantic part. This is what really melts my butter.
Then we went skinny dipping and did things that frightened the fish.
Shelby!
Really? Girl.
Damn it. This is what I get for letting Weezer highlight my script.
I gave up on the dream.
It's been a long time since we've had a youngster in this place, hasn't it?
We talked and talked and
I
talked.
love those kind of talks. In the arms of the man you love.
Actually, we fought most of the time
What?
because I told him I couldn't marry him.
What?
Now, why would you go and do a thing like that?
Okay, now we worked it all out.
Oh, it was probably just one of those last minute jitter things.
No, but the wedding's still on.
Thank goodness. Because this is going to be the hairdo Hall of Fame. Hair.
Oh, you scared us, Shelby. Now, that wasn't a nice thing to do to your mama. You should never say something like that to a woman who's marinating 50 pounds of crab claws.
Woohoo! Making up can be extremely romantic. I'm jealous. I miss romance so much.
Oh, Truvy, it can't be that bad.
The last romantic thing my husband did was in 1972. He enclosed the car parts so that I could support him. Very nice, Annelle. I think you know what you're doing.
Thank you. Mrs. Eatonton, you have great hair and your scalp's as clean as a whistle.
I try.
Must run in the family, Shelby. You have such pretty hair, so thick. Hold your head up, darling.
Stop it.
Shelby. Shelby? Malin.
Oh, honey.
Oh, I'll get some juice.
Truvy, there's some candy in my purse.
I got a peppermint right here.
Shelby, we're going to get you some juice.
Should I get her a cookie?
Here's the juice.
Shelby, you need some juice.
Leave me alone.
Drink, honey, drink some juice.
Drink the juice, honey.
No.
Oh, who can blame her? Juice after a peppermint?
Mama, stop it. I have candy in my purse.
You didn't bring your purse, honey. Here, have another sip.
No.
It's no wonder with all this wedding nonsense and running around.
Excuse me, should I call the doctor or something?
No.
Oh, Shelby's diabetic, that's all.
She's just got a little too much insulin in her. That's all. She'll be fine if we can just get her to drink something. Come on, Shelby, drink some.
I'm going to leave if you don't leave me alone.
Oh, I'd like to see you try, honey. Shelby, cooperate, please. Drink the juice.
Honey, drink, please.
There we go. There we go. That's a stop.
This one hit her quick.
Yeah, she's on the pill now. Her hormones are just running wild. She'll get an even keel pretty soon.
She could have hurt herself, Malin. What if this had happened when she was driving a car?
Perhaps that explains why I have so much gray hair. But Shelby, you've known Shelby as long as I have. I have to let her be strong. She just seems to be down too deep.
Oh, talk to us, Shelby.
No.
Well, that's good enough.
She's been so upset lately. She and Jackson have been going round and round. Dr. Michael told her at her last appointment that children are not possible. It wasn't the easiest thing to sit there and watch your child's heart break.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
There. Now she's making some sense. This wasn't bad at all, but I think we should have some more juice.
Can I do something? Should I?
No, she'll be fine. In just a minute. She probably won't remember a thing, and don't fuss over her. Normality is very important to Shelby.
I'm sorry to hear about the children part, Malin.
I know. She just feels like Jackson might be throwing away his chance for children. They've discussed it, and he seems to have taken it all right. Shelby's the one that's pushing the issue. He's crazy about her.
He said, shut up. Don't be stupid. There's plenty of kids out there that need good homes. We'll adopt 10 of them. We'll buy them if we have to.
Well, Jackson sounds like good people to me.
I knew right then and there that if he was dumb enough to spend the rest of his life with me, then I'm dumb enough to marry him. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mama.
Hello? Yeah, hun. Just a second. Malin, it's Tommy for Shelby.
Shelby, honey, it's Tommy.
Shelby, it's Tommy. He wants to know where your car is.
Absolutely not. That's the honeymoon getaway car. He just wants to defile it. Jonathan said he's been buying rubbers by the case.
She'll have to call you back.
Thank you, Mama.
Sit up straight. I gotta gild the lily. What? Now, are you going to take it down after the reception? I'll be glad to have you give you a touch up before you leave on the honeymoon.
I'm going to leave it up as long as possible.
Now, let me guess where the honeymoon is. I picture tropical, moonlight for days, secluded, somewhere that you can be intimate out of doors.
Las Vegas.
The weather's supposed to be nice. I hear it's like living in a blow dryer.
Shelby, about what Jackson said.
I'd rather not talk about it, Mama. What happens in my life now is between Jackson and me. Jackson will take care of me, and I will take care of him.
Oh, you can't blame people for being concerned about you, darling.
What Jackson said about children, about adoption, was wonderful and very wise. Not being able to have children is no disgrace. Shelby, did you hear what I said?
Mama, I know all about adoption, and I also know that the limitations of this body of mine. I would never do anything stupid.
Finally, you're listening to reason.
Now, Shelby, you're going to have to start untangling this baby's breath.
Oh, Shelby, no.
My wedding. I'll stick baby's breath up my nose if I want to.
She's got enough.
Fine. I'm supposed to be the expert on behavior, and I can't even manage the people in my own family.
Oh, did you tell them, Mama?
Well, tell us what.
Oh, it's nothing, really. I might be promoted to administrator of the Mental Guidance Center.
Wonderful. That guidance center does so much good work for the disturbed.
I wish I'd taken my boys there when they were little and straightened them out. I should have realized Louis had problems when his imaginary playmates wouldn't play with him.
Your boys grew up fine. They're just a little scary, that's all.
I just think it must be fun for Malin to have access to all that secret personal information. Come on, Malin, tell us some of your most bizarre mental cases and let us guess who they are. There's a lot of sick tickets in this town.
I will not discuss office business in a social setting. People need a place they can come and unload their problems. I would never, ever violate their confidence.
When Mama says she doesn't talk, she means it. She's a brick wall.
Well, as somebody always said, if you don't have anything nice to say about anybody, you just come sit right by me, okay?
Do you realize we're being rude to poor Annette?
L.
Oh, Annelle. She doesn't know any of us from Adam's cat, and we just keep talking about foreign things to her. Annelle, tell us about yourself.
There's nothing to tell.
Where do you live?
On the corner of Jefferson 2nd.
Which corner?
The one you can't see the house for the weeds.
You must live in Miss Robeline's house.
She's my landlady.
Are you getting along with her?
What's the matter with her?
Nothing. Are you happy there?
She scares me. She's always watching me. Sometimes I catch her looking through my keyhole.
Oh, dear me. Don't worry. She's probably just not taking her medication. I'll check on her on Monday. Shelby, would you like to finish off that juice?
I'm fine, Mama. You finish it.
Why don't you drink it? It's going to be a while before the bridesmaids' luncheon.
You know what you need in here, Truby? You need a radio. Music is wonderful to have in the background. It takes the pressure off having to talk so much.
I used to have one, but I slammed it against the wall when I couldn't figure out where the batteries went. I now know that I was the victim of premenstrual syndrome.
I've gotten 4 radios for wedding presents. I'll give you one.
How sweet!
What did I just hear? Oh, yes. The Antilli family is selling KPPD. I wonder how much a radio station would sell for.
A lot. But a small town radio station can be a license to print money if it runs right.
Miss Clary, you should buy KPPD. You got plenty of money.
Oh, now why? What would I do with a radio station? Business never interested me at all. Lloyd took care of all that stuff.
Shelby, why don't you finish off that juice?
Forget the damn juice.
Shelby will be fine now, and I always carry some mints in my bag just in case.
All right, then you take some of the butterscotch in that dish, throw some in her bag, Clarice. They are the best. They start out real hard, but once you suck all the coating off, they get real chewy. My 2 favorite things, crunchy and chewy and buttery, all in one. Delicious.
Oh, well, Truvy, Lloyd was just like that.
Without fail.
Well, then tell me, do you suck on this often?
Only when I'm alone. Marie, put that back.
I hate it when people bring weapons into my shop.
How did you get Daddy's gun away from him?
I had been waiting all morning for my chance, and he finally put it down to go to the bathroom.
I have to ask a question. I'm new here and all. Is my life in danger?
No, Malin's husband's just been shooting at some birds. The trees around here are full of them this time of year.
You see, our backyard is full of fruit trees.
Which are full of birds. Daddy has been trying to frighten the birds out of the trees by making loud noises. I didn't want the guests in my reception to spend all night dodging bird dew.
The neighborhood is fit to be tied. Weezer Boudreaux blames my husband's gunshots for the problems of that mangy dog of hers. She insists all the noise has made that stupid animal lose its hair.
Taking the gun was a stroke of genius, Malin.
I know.
What if he comes over here and tries to get his gun back?
Drum would never set foot in a beauty shop. This is a woman's territory. He probably thinks we all run around here naked or something.
There's somebody coming, a strange lady with a strange dog.
Oh, well, that would be Weezer.
That is one ugly dog. What kind of dog is that?
Reggie.
Well, Weezer's a person, but If the dog had hair, he'd be a collie.
Lord, give us strength.
This is it. I found it. I'm in hell.
Morning, Weezer.
Don't try to get on my good side. I no longer have one.
You're a little early. You're not expected till 11-ish.
That's precisely why I'm here. I have to cancel. I have to take my poor dog to the vet before he has a nervous breakdown. My dog, I mean. The vet is perfectly healthy. You must be the new girl. May I have a glass of water? I have been screaming this morning.
I am sorry this whole thing has gotten out of hand, Weezer.
It's not your fault, Malin. I used to think that you were crazy for marrying that man. Then I thought for a few years that you were just a glutton for punishment. But now I know you must be one on some mission from God. I have not slept in days. I look like a dog's dinner. However, when I get up this I decided I would try to rise above it. I would start anew. Whatever that man has done, I would overlook it in honor of your wedding day, Shelby. I thought I would take it upon myself. I would make myself a little presentable and floss up the house in case somebody wanted to drop in, it being a big day in the neighborhood and all. So I go out and I cut some fresh flowers for the living room. I go down to my magnolia tree and there is not a bloom on it.
Weezer, the judge has not decided whose tree that is exactly.
It's mine. Be that as it may, it would not be too much to ask for me to have one blossom to brighten my home. I am all alone except for Rhett, my dog.
Well, you need something in your life besides that dumb animal.
Put a lid on it, Clary. I was standing there looking at my naked magnolia tree, and then I see Drum across the way loading up what appeared to be a cannon. I asked him what happened to all those magnolia blossoms. He said the wind probably blew them off during the night. Then I asked how the wind managed to blow them all off into your pool. Then he fired at me. Is that rude or what?
They're blanks. Drum would never fire a gun at a lady.
Oh, he's a real gentleman. I bet he takes the dishes out of the sink before he pees in it.
That's uncalled for. But true.
All I know is my poor animal has to be sedated. He has a condition.
Are you sure that's true? Rhett is a very old dog.
I'm simply going on with what the vet tells me.
Oh, which vet?
Whitey Black.
Well, there's your first mistake. Whitey Black's a moron. I'm not even sure he has opposable thumbs.
Miss Weezer, Daddy is not trying to drive you crazy. He's just trying to make my reception. His heart's in the right place.
Okay, where am I at? Okay. But he cannot do this to my dog. My dog is on the last legs and running around my freaking bedroom right now. What am I going to do with this poor animal?
Well, I got lots of good recipes here.
That is our child. Darling.
And I will bake it until it is golden brown.
No. Darling, whatever your name is, would you look out the window and check out my dog while I smack Clary out of her smart mouth? You may not believe this, but these are the dearest friends I have in town.
His color's good. His skin is real pink.
Uh-oh. Drink a juice, Shelby.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm eating because diabetic seizing. Anyways, I know for a fact that there will be no more gunshots. So why don't you relax, Miss Weezer? Have some coffee.
Ladies, this is going to work out beautifully. I'm almost through with Shelby. And Nell can shampoo Weezer. See, life can be wonderful.
All right. As long as there's no more gunshots, I'll stay. What is your name? Did you tell me?
Anil.
Fine. Are you new in town? I know everyone, and I don't ever recall seeing you before.
I just moved to town not too long ago.
With your family?
No, I don't have any family to speak of.
With your husband?
My husband, that's hard to say. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm intrigued. Are you married or not? Those aren't difficult questions.
We're not. He's not. I can't talk about it.
Of course
Oh,
you
of course
can.
you can, darling.
I'm not sure if I'm married or not. He's gone.
Honey, men are the most horrible creatures.
Preach. Everything is horrible. Bunky, that's my husband. He left. Well, he moved here a month ago. He just vanished last week.
And you have no idea where he went?
Nobody knows. He took all the money, my jewelry, the car, most of my clothes were in the trunk.
There might have been foul play. Have you been to the police?
No, but they've been to me. He's in big trouble with the law, drugs or something. I think he might be Carol Baskin's husband. He never paid the rent, so I got thrown out of our house and I had to move into crazy on Miss Robeline's. The police keep questioning me, but I don't know anything. They say my marriage may not be legal.
Well, you should have said something.
I was scared to. I needed a job in the worst way, and I didn't know if you'd hired someone who may or may not be married to someone who might be a dangerous criminal. But I swear to you that my personal tragedy will not interfere with my ability to do good hair.
Of course it won't.
I really don't think things can get any worse.
Of course they can.
You are so brave.
You must be made of courage.
I'm totally alone. Checks are bouncing everywhere. Everything is going wrong. I keep asking myself, why me?
We are awful. We're all hateful, awful people. Here, all we've been talking about is weddings and psychotic animals. We've been tearing you up inside, haven't we? I can't tell you how sorry I am. And you've had such a terrible time. Sometimes we don't know how lucky we are.
Oh, what can we do to help?
I know one thing I can do. Tonight, you're going to drop by my house and have some bleeding armadillo groom's cake. Very white of me. It's going to be a great party.
Oh, I couldn't. I still get real emotional sometimes.
I can't stand the thought of someone being unhappy or alone tonight. And if you feel yourself start getting sad, just watch my husband dance. It's very funny.
Y'all are so nice.
We enjoy being nice to each other. There's not much else to do in this town.
But I don't have anything to wear.
No problem. I'll bet I have something that'll do. I'll call the house.
Now, if you're interested, my garage apartment will be available soon. My son is living there now. Give me a day to straighten it up and sweep out the bed. What? Then come look at it. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement with the rent.
Oh.
How do you sweep out a bed?
You're nasty.
Been
You're
eating.
nasty.
Is the bed made of straw?
Anyways, good. Jonathan, you have to do me a favor. Yes, now. Go in my closet and bring me 2 or 3 of my Sunday things. Just anything. Use your judgment. Very well. Bring the pink dress with the white collar, the pink suit with the cherries pinned on the jacket, and the pink and white polka dot. No, Jonathan. Mama doesn't have Daddy's gun. Don't you have better things to do? What? Well, stop him. Now.
Is something the matter?
We'll see. Yes.
What in the hell?
What happened?
Daddy tied explosive to Jonathan's G.I. Joe bow and arrow and shot them into the trees.
Shut up, Brett!
I hope nobody was hurt.
Well, the birds are flying every which way, and there's white smoke billowing up from your backyard.
Did they pick a new pope?
Oh,
Looks like Drum set his trees on fire. Or he's just elated for a new pope.
Wait a minute, step on the line, Louisa. I guess it worked. All the birds are
Dirty
leaving.
cunt.
Well, this is all she wrote. I'm going to let that man have it.
Oh no, your dog broke his chain and he's heading toward the smoke.
Oh no! The dog will eat Drum alive, and Drum is unarmed.
Oh, Weezer, do something.
Call your dog, he'll listen to you.
No,
Miss
she doesn't.
Lisa, please, it's my wedding day. Say something to your dog.
Kill, Rhett! Kill!
And curtain. Act 1, Scene 2. It's later in the year, the Saturday before Christmas to be exact. Not much in the shop has changed. Only half the lights are on in the shop. When the lights eventually come back on, we see the subtle changes. The radio Shelby has given Truvy, and a small but festive Christmas tree, and several grotesque handicrafts. At curtain, Milena is sitting under a dead hairdryer. Shelby enters, mystified by the lack of light and the lack of activity.
Shelby!
Mama, where is everybody?
I thought you weren't coming to town till after lunch.
We got an early start because of the traffic. We wanted to drop in on Jackson's parents on the way down here.
What a treat.
And you have to catch them early. On Saturdays, they leave the house at the crack of dawn to start hunting furry little creatures.
You must not have visited very long.
We didn't. I could tell they were anxious to start killing things. We stopped by the house first. Nobody was there. Where's Truvy?
She and Annelle are out back sticking pennies in the fuse box. They decorated that little tree, and when I plugged it in, all the lights blew.
What are those things? What are those?
Red plastic poinsettia earrings. They are a gift from Annelle. She has discovered the wonderful world of arts and crafts.
Are Tommy and Jonathan home yet?
Oh, yes. Jonathan got home yesterday morning. He loves his classes. It's all he can talk about. I think the main thing architecture school has taught him is that how much he hates his parents' house. And Tommy arrived last night and immediately started terrorizing your father. So nice to have everyone home for Christmas.
Some things never change.
How are you, honey?
I'm so good, Mama. Just great.
You're looking well. Is Jackson at the house?
No, you know how twitchy he gets. I sent him to look for stocking stuffers.
Good thinking.
Jackson and I have something to tell you. We wanted to tell you when you and Daddy were together, but you're never together, so it's every man for himself. I'm pregnant.
Shelby.
I'm going to have a baby.
I realize that.
Well, Daddy, is that all you're going to say?
What do you expect me to say?
Something along the lines of congratulations.
Congratulations.
Would it be too much to ask for a little excitement? Not too much. I wouldn't want you to break a sweat or anything.
I'm in a state of shock. I didn't think.
In June. Oh, Mama, you have to help me plan. We're going to get a new house. Jackson and I are going house hunting next week. Jackson loves to hunt for anything.
What does Jackson say about all this?
Oh, he's very excited. He says he doesn't care. He says he doesn't care whether it's a boy or girl, but I know he really wants a son so bad he can taste it. He's so cute about the whole thing. It's all he can talk about. Jackson Latchery Jr.
But does he ever listen? I mean, when doctors and specialists give you advice, I know you never listen, but does he? I guess he doesn't have to. Since he's not carrying the baby. It doesn't really concern him.
Mama, don't be mad. I couldn't bear it if you were. It's Christmas.
I'm not mad, Shelby. This is just, it's hard. I don't know.
Mama, I want a child.
But what about adoption proceedings? You have filled out so many applications.
Mama, it didn't take us long to see the handwriting on the wall. No judge is going to give a baby to someone with my medical track record. Jackson even put out some feelers about buying one.
People do it all the time, but you shouldn't. Don't do it.
Don't bite babies.
Yeah, don't do that.
The fuck?
Bad advice. I'm a terrible mother.
That's some white people shit.
Only white people. Let us be clear. Okay. Listen to me. I want a child of my own. I think it would help things a lot.
I see.
Mom, I know. Don't think I haven't thought this through. You can't live a life if all you do is worry. And you worry too much. In some ways, it's a comfort to me. I never worry because I know you're worrying enough for the both of us. Jackson and I have given this a lot of thought.
Has he really? Well, it's the first time for everything.
Don't start on Jackson.
Shelby, your poor body has been through so much. Why would you want to deliberately?
Mama, diabetics have healthy babies all the time.
You're special, Shelby. There are limits to what your body can do.
Mama, listen. I have it all planned. I'm going to be very careful. And this time next year, I'm going to be bringing your big, healthy grandbaby to the Christmas festival. No one is going to be hurt or disappointed or even inconvenienced.
Least of all Jackson, I'm sure.
You are jealous because you no longer have any say-so in what I do. And that drives you up the wall. You're ready to spit nails because you can't call the shots.
I did not raise my daughter to talk to me this way.
Yes, you did. Whenever any of us asked you what you wanted us to be when we grew up, what did you say?
Shelby, I am not in the mood for your games.
What did you say? Just tell me what you said. Answer me.
I said all I wanted was for you to be happy.
Okay. The thing that would make me happy is to have a baby. If I could adopt one, I would, but I can't. I'm going to have a baby. I wish you'd be happy too.
Well, I wish. I don't know what I wish.
Mama, I don't know why you have to make everything so difficult. I look at having this baby as the opportunity of a lifetime. Sure, there may be some risk involved. That's true for anybody. But you get through it and life goes on. And when it's all said and done, there will be a little piece of immortality with Jackson's looks and my sense of style. I hope. Mama, please, I need your support. I would rather have 30 minutes of wonderful than a lifetime of nothing special.
They're on, Truvy.
Please don't tell anybody anything. Oh, wait, please don't tell anybody yet. I want to tell Daddy first.
I never tell anyone anything.
Well, look who's here. Give me a hug right here and now.
Hi, Truby. Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. And now we have a special mystery guest. You're just in time. You can have the honor of lighting the tree of beauty.
How precious. What a novel idea to trim it with hair things.
Oh, it's all Nell's idea. She's got quite an eye for the unusual.
Hi there.
Anel, you did all this?
Guilty. Truby just turned over the decoration responsibility to me, and I like themes. And I despise the commercialization of Christmas, always have. So I went to the fire sale at the Baptist bookstore in Shreveport last month, and they had mismatched manger scenes at incredibly low prices. So I cleaned them out of baby Jesuses, which Truby's husband helped me modify into ornaments. Very simple, tiny white lights, baby Jesuses, and spoolies.
My husband has redone Poot's old room so Anel can have a workshop for her handicrafts. That little garage apartment is so cramped.
Isn't that nice? Are your boys coming home for Christmas?
No. Louis brought home his girlfriend at Thanksgiving, and the nicest thing I could say about her is all of her tattoos are spelled correctly. Guess it's just me, the one covered in tattoos. The old man and Anel. Do the honors, Missy. I hope it doesn't blow up again.
See? I know what I'm doing.
I know your mother is so happy you could get in early enough to make the festival. I hear it's going to be the best ever. More fireworks, a nativity made entirely out of sparklers, and a huge new sign on the riverbank that says, I heart Chinkopin Parish. It's going to be spectacular. And guess who the Grand Marshal of the parade is? Wayne Newton.
I wouldn't miss the Christmas festival for the world. Oh, Mama. Well, I'm thinking I brought some white chocolate cherry cheesecake for our open house. That sounds hella good. Okay, sorry.
That doesn't sound like finger food to me.
They're bite-sized, like this.
Fine. I'm sure you know what you're doing.
Anel.
Perfect.
And Mama, I've been cleaning our closet, getting rid of stuff. I brought you some things I don't want that I've hardly worn. I thought maybe your patients might be less disturbed if they had something stylish to wear.
Anel.
The chair. Excuse me, Shelby. If you don't have any special plans for the clothes, could I have them? Riverview Baptist has a clothes closet for the poor. We're real low on women's dresses.
Sure, that's a wonderful idea. They're in the car. I'll get them in a minute.
Breaks my heart that she won't come to the Methodist church with me. I think Riverview Baptist is a little too, praise the Lord, for my taste.
Is it a little black? Is it too black?
Shit. Some of them do get a little carried away, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, a lot of Mama's mental patients are born again Christians. I mean, that only in the best sense of the word.
We're just glad to see that Anel's settling down and finding her way. She's had a few rough months, haven't you, honey?
Oh, after they finally threw Bunky Dupuy behind bars and I was rid of him, I went wild. I was drinking, running around, smoking.
Jezebel.
But Truly helped me see the error of my ways. I realized I have something to offer. I joined a church last month. Truly's helped me see I have talents. I've done guest lectures on beauty at the trade school.
Our little Anel's become one of the hottest tickets in town.
Truly, stop. I am enjoying the city more. And I am so excited about the Christmas festival day. I've wanted to come to it all my life, and now I live here.
Tell her who you have a date with.
Truly, will you hush?
Tell her, Missy, Shelby is pretty much totally responsible for the whole thing.
Sam ate a soda.
He has a body that doesn't stop anywhere.
How am I responsible?
He was bartending at your wedding reception last spring. That's when I met him. He makes a mean cherry Coke.
Romance, that is what I live for. Can we do anything for you today, Shelby?
Oh, I'm beyond help. Last week, I discovered the early stages of crow's feet.
Oh, honey, time marches on, and eventually you realize it's marching across your face. How are you feeling?
Never better.
All right, y'all. My annual pecan-tassies.
There's my girl. I guess you're the happy one this morning.
Oh, yes, I am. First state championship in 8 years.
You sound awful, Miss Clary.
That's normal.
That's because I didn't used to be Miss Clary. Hello.
Plot twist.
Can I get you some tea?
Yes, that would be nice. I'm sorry I'm late. I overslept. I didn't get back into town until 1 o'clock. It was a dazzling victory over Dry Crawl.
Who names these towns?
White Southern.
White Southern people?
Right.
I heard you on the radio last night. You were wonderful.
What were you doing on the radio?
Well, they let me be the color announcer for the Devils. I was fabulous. I was too colorful for words.
Sounds racist. That was that was nice of them to let you talk on the radio.
Nice nothing. I own the station.
Oh, you bought it.
Yes, KPPD, the station of choice in Chickapin Parish.
Shelby, how do you like Clary's new short and sassy look?
I love it.
Just wait till I jack it up.
Oh.
Sounds like a wild time. It makes you look younger, Miss Clary.
Well, my hair looks younger. My face looks just as old.
That's true.
So I paused. There is so much going on. The state championship last night, the Christmas festival today, the Messiah sing-along tomorrow.
Life in the big city will spoil you.
Who's Miss Merry Christmas this year?
My niece, Nancy Beth, of course.
She was here at 7 this morning. I had to position her tiara properly on her head so it wouldn't slip throughout the parade. I sprayed her hair within an inch of its life.
Why did I have to ask? I should have known. All you Marmillians are gorgeous. Beauty is genetic in your family.
Well, Nancy Beth is a pretty girl. Do you know she is Miss Merry Christmas, Miss Soybean, and Miss Watermelon?
But dumb as a post.
Well, empty is the head that wears the crown.
You have to admit, God did a little dance around that family. Drew is so successful. Belle does her own hair. Their children are perfect. They're like a family on TV. They don't have a care in the world.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
I should have won Miss Merry Christmas the year I ran. My talent was very showy.
Well, we told you at the time, Shelby, fire batons are not everyone's cup of tea.
Have you watched Miss Congeniality?
Mhm.
Mama didn't approve of my twirling fire batons.
I just don't approve when you insist on doing dangerous things.
Mama hated those fire batons.
I never hated anything, Shelby. I supported you. I just couldn't watch you. Your father, on the other hand, had a field day. He got so much pleasure out of standing in the backyard for hours watching you practice, holding that little garden hose so he could put you out when you caught fire.
My entire pageant ensemble was coordinated in shades of pink. Soup to nuts. I twirled to the music from Hawaii Five-0. It was my theme song.
But we were proud of her.
The year I competed, the swimsuit competition was my downfall. Most women look for a swimsuit that will lift and separate. I look for one that will divide and conquer. I've always been built for comfort, not for speed.
Oh my God.
Who got the title your year, Miss Clary?
100% accurate.
Oh, child, nobody. There wasn't even a Christmas festival when I was in high school. Well, Jesus wasn't even born until I was a junior in college. I remember it distinctly. My friends and I were all watching our flocks by night.
Get over here, Clary. Annelle's got a gift wrap your head.
I could just spit.
Morning, Weezer.
The parade didn't even start for 4 hours, and already people are parking on my lawn. It'll flatten my grass.
Well, here, let me hold you.
I hate out-of-town tourists.
Hello.
Shelby, what are you doing here?
Being a tourist, I guess. But I won't flatten your grass, I promise.
Good God, you've got the good sense to move away from this festival badness. I can't understand why you drag yourself back for a couple of firecrackers and drunk teenagers
Irping.
irping on your shoes.
I like it.
Miss Weezer, I think you need a healthy dose of Christmas spirit.
Maybe
I'm
it's
so
Mary.
oh. I'm so much Christmas spirit I could scream.
Merry Christmas.
I just finished putting out my yard decorations.
Now, Weezer, keep off the grass signs are not Christmas decorations.
They're bordered in holly. You made these, didn't you?
With my own two hands.
Your present is back at the house. I haven't wrapped it yet.
How's Red?
He's getting along. As a matter of fact, he's the poster dog for the Christmas festival.
That is Rhett? I didn't recognize him.
Well, it's nice to see you with someone with some hair again.
I have to run some errands, but before I go, Miss Weezer, I have met an old friend of yours,
Oh?
Owen Jenkins.
Oh.
Owen Jenkins. Now, that's a blast from the past.
I like his brother Leroy better.
Slow burn.
Do you remember him? He remembers you.
Of course I remember him. He had the longest nose hair in the free world.
He
All right.
doesn't now. He hardly has any hair anywhere.
Well,
Hey,
Owen's been gone from Chinkapin since God was a boy. I'd forgotten he'd existed.
Well, now Owen lives in Monroe and goes to First Presbyterian. He sings in the choir. One night at choir practice, we were doing an especially beautiful Mozart thing, and I was moved to tears. He offered me his handkerchief, and we got to talking. When he found out where I was from, he asked me if I knew you. I said, not only did I know you, but you were a neighbor, and your dog has almost killed my father on numerous occasions. He's had a very interesting life. He lived in Ohio somewhere. His wife just died recently, and he moved back down here.
does this story have a point?
No, not really. He just remembers you fondly, I think.
Can't imagine why. He wasn't a bad fella, but I managed to run him off and marry for the first of 2 total deadbeats.
Unrequited love. My favorite.
Maybe sometime I could arrange for us all to get together.
Maybe not.
Why not?
Shelby, I managed in just a few decades to marry 2 of the most worthless men in the universe and proceeded to have 3 of the most ungrateful children ever conceived. The only reason people are nice to me is because I have more money than God. I am not about to open a new can of worms.
Your tone seems a little pointed right now. Do I a little negativity in your tone?
If this is really how you feel, Weasley, it isn't healthy. Maybe you should come down and talk to someone at the guidance center. We're here to help.
I'm not crazy. I've just been in a very bad mood for 40 years.
Same.
Well,
40?
Anil, what do you want me to do with these old clothes? I need to get them back out. I need to get them out of the back seat.
Just bring him in.
Okay, then I'll go finish my Christmas shopping, Mama.
I could shoot you. I haven't even started.
Oh, please. I haven't even washed dishes from Thanksgiving yet.
That's about right.
I was waiting for it. I was like, something's coming.
Yeah. What did you get your mama?
I told her this morning what part it was.
Well, let's hear it, Missy.
Well, I think it's a secret.
Obviously, there's no such thing in this room.
Well, it's up to you, honey.
I'm gonna have a baby.
Well,
Congratulations! No wonder you haven't said much this morning, Malin. Grandma, aren't you excited? Smile, it increases your face value.
June 21st.
That's Millie's birthday.
Oh.
And those doctors said you couldn't have children. What do they know? I guess you showed them.
The doctor said Shelby shouldn't have children. There's a difference. Well, I guess you showed us all, Shelby.
I've got to get the clothes. Miss Weezer, are you bringing your shrimp meat pies to our open house tonight? That sounds gross.
No.
That sounds terrible.
That
well,
sounds
don't
so-
I always? I'm the shrimpiest, meatiest pie.
Oh.
Be there.
No. Good.
And
So will
don't
Owen
do
Jenkins.
half of it.
I opened the worms for you.
I can't believe she did that. Owen, after all these years, I'm not even sure I could be gracious under pressure.
Shelby. Her heart does get the best of her sometimes.
This baby, that's not exactly great news, is it?
She wants it so badly. I just don't know.
Oh, boy.
Oh, honey, I wish I had some words of wisdom, but I don't. So I will focus on the joy of the situation. Congratulations. What's funny, Shelby?
that you wish you had words of wisdom, but you don't.
Absolutely. That's what it was.
Diabetics have healthy babies all the time.
It will all be fine. Sorry, I didn't highlight that line.
Oh, of course it will.
Thank you, ladies. You're right. We'll make it through just fine. You know what they say. That which does not kill you makes us stronger.
What is that girl up to?
Shelby's donating some clothes to the poor.
I hope poor people like pink.
Just dump them on the couch.
Miss Malin, you sure you don't mind me taking them? If your patients need them.
No, Shelby said you could have them, and what she says goes.
That's not true, Mama.
Shelby, you always insist on having the last word.
I do not.
Slam. And that's curtain. I'm gonna give us a couple extra minutes, and 8:40 is gonna be when we're gonna come back and do Act 2. Get your tissues, cause we're gonna be crying.
Shit's about to go down.
Speak for yourself. I'm gonna cry.
Reggie's been begging to go potty, so thank you.
I've been begging to go potty. Shit.
Mood. So we'll see you back here at 8:40.
Okay.
All right. I had a light blow. Can you still see me?
Yes. You're good.
Okay. All
You
right.
are, yeah, you're killing it. I was schwitzing through that dress. It's probably gonna need to go on the wall. And I'm like, this is a costume change, and it's been 18 months in the script, so she's probably dyed her hair 3,000 times by now. So
yes, I'm surprised it hasn't fallen out yet.
y'all are killing it for real.
Mona is like
on another level tonight.
And the chemistry, like her and Ginger's chemistry is so great. Like
it's natural.
Yeah, like their chemistry.
But you want to talk chemistry, you and Sam in the second scene, because I forgot, like the first part of that second scene is just all y'all. It's just
thank you.
That back and forth is so good.
Yeah, I went and got a drink. Drank all my Red Bull. I'm gonna go to the bathroom in a minute. We have 10 minutes.
You got plenty of time. I'm giving us extra time tonight because this second act goes real fast.
Yeah. Are you gonna talk about the American Diabetes Association?
Would you like to? You're more than welcome to.
Sure. What information do I?
I mean, it's obvious why we chose.
Yes.
Let me look at the donation page.
Yeah.
Ginger, you are cracking my shit.
Good.
Like your guys' chemistry is just so natural. It's just like, I love it.
I'm sorry for like totally corpsing on your tone. Seems very pointed right now.
It's okay.
Oh God.
Like if we ever do this like live stage play, you guys have to be Weezer and Clary like live.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
And then watch all of us try so hard not to break character.
Separate corpsing.
Look at Sean's picture. Look how professional.
I know, right? Like that's my favorite like standby picture.
Come on, Dad.
Seconded is Sam's without a doubt for me.
Oh yeah.
Sam's your picture.
Yes, you want to see it again? Here we go. Bam.
So she can eat.
So what's our drinking game? Because I've got a libation.
I mean, anytime it's Southern fried.
Oh yeah, I think that's something that needs to be instituted.
Well, I'm trying to figure out like a drinking game for everyone.
Drinking game alerts.
I think for next week for Frasier, it's probably definitely going to be something that's like elitist, intellectual, like a joke you don't get.
It's literally every one of my lines.
We're gonna be so wasted.
To make it.
Like
I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am for you as Frasier.
I have been living this role for 33 years.
Are you going to get some sherry? You better. All right. Yeah, I'll have lines for a while into Act 2. So I'm gonna while you guys when we start Act 2, I might black my screen out, see if I can find a light bulb. Had a little too much electricity happening in my room.
Well, I do declare.
So, fun fact about me, I am not. My first time watching this movie was today. I probably watched it when I was a child, but that don't count. I don't know anything about nothing. So, me in my black household, watching white people movies, I don't know.
Sense.
Yeah, but my sister actually has diabetes. So it was a little bit triggering watching the juice scene. Yeah. Because my sister has had diabetic seizures. Mm-hmm. So none that I could have seen. None.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just like, ooh.
Yeah, my mom is hardcore diabetic and I'm constantly yelling at her like
yeah.
She's at she's at that age where she's like, I don't want to I just want to live my life and not be stressed out. I'm like, yeah, but I want you to like live a little bit longer-ish, please.
That's my sister.
So she sent me one of my younger sisters who I actually get along with sent me a list of everything she's allowed to eat. And she promised me that if I create recipes for her, then she would stay on track with it. But her doctor told her last week, absolutely no more alcohol anymore. We're done with that. I'm done being nice about it. I'm done asking you, as of right now, you're done drinking.
Yeah. It's hard because, my sister, she's had it, I want to say, for almost 20 years now. And it's interesting because it's not, directly type 1, categorically type 1 or type 2, because she got it past the age where it would be considered juvenile diabetes. But she got it when she was 23, 24. And we found out later down the line that diabetes runs on her father's side of the family, but her diet was trash, and her diet is still kind of trash. And she's my older sister. So
it's hard. It's a lot to keep up with. My mom can't have rice, and she can't have corn, and she can't have certain fruits. And there's it is a pain in the ass. I can only imagine. I have a gluten intolerance, and that's enough to keep up with.
Right. But yeah, it's hard. You can't really tell people what to do. My mom is the same way. She has a shrimp allergy, and she's like, I'm going to have fried shrimp. Okay, bitch. You do that if you want to.
I'm definitely allergic to bees, and I'm not just gonna run into a beehive because I want some honey. And I can't I haven't had an EpiPen in years because I can't afford an EpiPen. Isn't that funny? Yeah, because they're hundreds of dollars, and they expire after a while if you don't use it. So it's just so the last time I got stung by a bee was God, Sid was so young. I just called, I couldn't find my I couldn't find my EpiPen, so I had to call 911. And then the doctor gave me a prescription for another EpiPen. I'm like, yeah, I'm never gonna do that. I'll just see you again if this happens. I avoid bees at all costs. So
funny story. I got stung by a bee, and it stung me on my ass, and that was fun. Because I had a skirt on that day, and
it flew right up it.
It just flew right up it, right where the butt and the thigh meet.
That bee needs to take a class about consent, please, sir.
And then it was just dead. I just saw it. I was like, Regina.
Oh God. Sam, I was saying before you came back, you obviously Mona and Ginger's chemistry is so natural, but you and Michelle's chemistry in the first part of that scene of scene 2, so good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Imagine if we actually rehearsed and did this for real.
We were off book.
Right?
Here's Rhett.
Rhett, you are winning the award tonight.
He was driving crazy.
Honorary cast member.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Oh, cutie.
Sam, before you got on, you missed Willa was here.
Oh,
Willa rolled up.
My buddy. We got to put Willa in.
I know. I'm trying to think where we can I don't know what. Definitely not the room.
I don't know. Maybe.
Did she be the main character of the room? Because I feel like that'd be amazing.
The energy. The energy is already there.
Right?
Is Willa the Girl Scout, or do you have another child?
Clara.
So Clara's the Girl Scout. Clara, my 7-year-old. Willa is a Girl Sprout this year.
Oh.
What's a Girl Sprout?
And what do they sell?
Essentially, Girl Sprout is pre-Girl Scouts. She was jealous of
Are there no
Clara's.
daisies anymore?
Well, so it's Sprout, Daisy, Brownie.
Oh.
Willa next year will be a Daisy.
Is this just a way for them to get more money out of you because you have to buy new uniforms and re-register stuff?
So I don't think sprouts are actually real because Sheila got some fabric and made a vest.
Yeah, this can't.
The patches are Disney.
That's why I
It's
was like, hold
a
on.
fun-
She's like, hold on.
Like-
Because I was a Girl Scout for like a
No,
good 2
Girl
years, and I'm
Scout.
like, I've never heard of no sprout.
Oh, no sprouts.
witches.
Yeah,
I don't know them.
it's a. I'm a younger
Also-
sister. My older sister, and I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I get it.
yeah.
I had hella gels. There weren't enough kids to make a Daisy troop when I was Daisy age, so I had to wait.
I just didn't have the option.
I went through the Girl Scout troop at my church because at that time, like it was heavily church. Like I took piano lessons at church. My mom was in the choir at church. We went to midweek Bible study at church. Like it was a lot of church going on. I still go to church. I love God. I love all that stuff. Jesus is my homeboy. Jesus is black, all that good stuff. So,
I still love what Dre said about you at my birthday roast when I turned 30. It was so perfectly you.
I don't remember.
I wanted to be a Boy Scout and they said no because I didn't have a penis, and I was like, well, fuck that. I'm not doing shit.
So
It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
right.
I
Yeah.
pieced out during Weebelo phase of Boy Scouts.
Weebelows.
And in it's funny looking back on life stuff. There's something about Girl Scouts that's just like so much cooler and so much just everything to me.
Well, I was like, I don't want to sew and make crafts. I want to make fire. And like,
Where's Danny for that?
Did y'all have access to 4-H?
No.
No.
City
It was a
folk.
thing, but I didn't do it because
I loved 4-H because like for me, like there were I didn't like the outdoorsy parts of shit.
yeah.
Yeah, camping.
And there's dirt out there. And
No,
like,
I hate
I could
camping
get,
so
what
much.
if I get hot? What if I get cold?
Ginger, before I go back on, I mean, we're still waiting for Mona, but can you please tell your camping horror story, please?
which part?
Whichever part Michelle and Kelsey and Sean and Sam want to hear.
Well, Sean and I don't live there, so it's fair assumption to think that like we know nothing. Like we wait for the tea.
It's funny.
Well, I was an amateur, and Drew wanted to go camping, and I loved Drew at the time, so I was like, let's.
At the time.
That shit has faded, girl. Let me tell you.
At this point, it's just tolerance. At this point.
Oh.
So he's, Drew sets up the tent for us and everything, and I had left my suitcase unzipped and outside of my tent.
It's a bad idea,
Overnight.
sis.
And so when I woke up and tried to get some clothes, a frog jumped out and scared the shit out of
A
me.
frog?
Like he was just a frog.
That's it?
I know. And then like the Porta John, I tried it once and was not a fan. So we
wasn't there a wasp in the
I
tent
Walmart
too?
every time I needed pee.
God damn it.
And
I
then
went
There
to
was
like Christian camp. Oh my God, it was so stupid. It was out in Grafton, Illinois. And I hated every fucking minute of that.
Ugh.
The only advantage was like my mom was like one of the counselors and she was like the candy lady. So I always got candy from her. But then our cabin got in trouble for something. I don't even know what we got in trouble for. I don't even know. I think I was like an innocent ass bystander. And
Of course.
we had kitchen duty. It was supposed to be like for the remainder of camp, but we only did like 2 days of kitchen duty. We were like, we think you learned your lesson. I'm like, I didn't even do shit. Like, what are we talking about?
Lesson.
And we had to get up at 7:00 every morning and go walk down to we had to go up to a hill and like pray and talk about God and stuff. And I was just like,
That was kind of like, I had one when I was 15. We went to Jesus Camp Light is the best way I can describe it. And it was down in Texas, about maybe 40, 50 miles outside of San Antonio.
oh wow, your parents really didn't love you.
No, it wasn't even that. Like, I
That
didn't
is
like.
They sent you out of town.
They're just like, I don't want to hear this woman's voice. Not even in this state.
Let me put it.
You're gone. Let other people listen to that mouthful.
Let me put it this way. This is one of the times I wish I had Andrea to back me up on this urban legend thing in Texas. It's so far out of the way in Texas. The speed limit is 80 miles an hour. There's an actual sign on the way to camp that says it. it's a cute little like piece of like we got to like stargaze and watch some shooting stars. So yes, ma'am. You're freezing.
Wow. No, I'm just holding still because I'm making a wow.
Real fast, because I know we have to start, but and I don't know if my mom is watching this, but had my first lesbian kiss at Jesus Camp.
Woohoo! That's the best way to do it.
I came out as bisexual.
You're one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. We also had some really weird social justice exercise where they basically had us take our shoes off, unlace them, and pretend like we were in a sweatshop putting shoes together. It was the most fucked up thing. The counselors it was
social
so fucked
justice activity at a Christian camp in Texas. Okay.
It was fucked up to say the least. The counselors were super into like verbally abusing us. So that was fun.
That's awesome.
Again,
yeah.
Christian camp in
Talking about this.
in Texas.
We're supposed to be talking about dying of diabetes or something.
Yeah, diabetes. Well, with that, hi everybody. Welcome back for Act 2 of this.
Is this poopery or is this what you did? You put perfume on? Like it's a lot in here. I'm just saying.
Are y'all in the same room?
No, I'm up there.
Hairspray that you always say you love the smell of.
No, it is nice, but it's a lot.
Well,
it's still Magnolias.
Hair a little higher.
Right, higher,
closer
to Jesus.
Closer to
Right.
Jesus.
That's what they say, at least.
Before we get started on this act and what we're doing, raising money for, and our calendar, big shout out to Mona tonight. You're just like killing it as Clary.
Yes. Brava.
I feel that Mona has been Clary all their lives.
I mean, yeah.
She's raising her hand.
Ooh.
You have a question, Shelby?
It's clap. It's hand clap.
Oh, it's a okay. I'm sorry.
Oh,
like the raised hand, like I got a question thing.
Oh, dial it down on the alcohol, Clary. Dial it.
It's a little glass. I thought about getting the big one that holds the whole bottle, but I was like, no, I should have.
I got my ex-boss one of those. She liked it.
Got to pace myself with some pour time.
Screw her, by the way. Well, anyways, moving on.
Yeah. Ooh. Not that one. Not that one. One before.
I'll just be mom for a minute.
No, you can be mom. It's fine. Dad was being dad earlier this week. Not Sean, my actual dad.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
We'll talk.
What did I
do? Nothing. So, calendar. We are, because we had to push this one a week because we respect Kelsey's commitments for Donna Day, which is a yearly tradition.
Thank you.
Our next one is actually a week from today. It is a night with Fraser Crane. We're doing 6 Fraser scripts.
So excited.
It's going to be
how many
so
Fraser scripts?
6.
Wow.
They short. They real short.
They go fast.
Right, because it was
like 15 minutes. Yeah.
Right, 30-minute episode, and half of that was commercials or like, like
yeah, exactly.
Whatever the sound.
Can Kelsey just come on to do that for us, please, during the reading?
Seinfeld sound, though. What was
that? Was definitely the Seinfeld sound. Even I know the white people.
I have Stiegel that just went through my nose. Ow. Okay.
Fraser
Crane raising money for the National Alliance for Mental
Illness.
Thank you.
Yeah, NAMI.
I couldn't remember the I. So we're doing that, and then on the 6th we are doing a fundraiser for our very own brother Dan. That's
yeah.
That's 20. That's the other one. I always forget the date and that. The 6th, we're raising money for NARAL Pro-Choice Missouri with the reading of Juno, which I'm excited about. I'm excited for Sean and Michelle to be my parents again, but also have Minnesota accents at the same time.
That's also Sid's 14th birthday, by the way, everybody.
We'll celebrate during the intermission. We'll celebrate.
Sensational.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. I love that. And then on the 20th, we are.
I'm glad none of you know where I live. Love to you.
I do.
Hi.
Like a few of us do.
Well, I guess you guys do have my address, don't you? Well,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
change
I'll
that.
just lock the door. On the 20th, we are doing, as I previously said, stupidly, we're doing our fundraiser for Brother Daniel, and we are doing When Harry Met Sally. I'm very excited about that one. I have to get a Rolodex for that one, just for that one.
Yeah, you get to be
scene.
Space Mom for that one.
I get to, like, getting to be Carrie Fisher is just a dream come true.
I get to scar my son for life
Yes, you do. We're talking
during
about
that
came
one.
on.
I'm really like, I'm like, he needs some noise canceling headphones in his Switch.
Yes.
Like,
Earmuffs.
yeah, for real.
So tonight, in honor of this very timely play that talks about diabetes, we're raising money for the American Diabetes Association. It provides education, outreach, basically all of the general tenets of a regular charity. And the website is so easy to go to and donate. It's literally diabetes.org/donate. So go give all your monies. If you got that stimmy, go give some of that money.
Yeah, all
Maybe
$600.
Not my stimmy. So,
I know. That's why I said if. If it's good.
so while everyone else is getting irate over white people in, I'm trying to figure out where my money is.
Mm-hmm.
So you're pulling a Stewie Griffin saying, "Where's my money?"
Right. That's it. That's all. But yes.
All right. So without further ado, we are going to start Act 2. Did not mean for that to rhyme. Sean's going to be introing us, and you actually get to hear him as the DJ. So Sean, whenever you're ready, take it away.
In the blackout before curtain, we hear the radio. It is a male DJ for KPPD. Totally fatuous and self-possessed. Nothing like me. It is his voice we hear on the radio. Act 2. You're listening to KPPD, the choice station for Chicopin Parish. Now stop by the shopping center this afternoon. I'll be broadcasting al fresco. That means outdoors for all you folks that aren't Latin scholars. There'll be prizes and a battle of the bands, all sponsored by NRFQP. Swing on by and meet me in person. See how good looking I really am. Come on, come up now. A half an hour of nonstop music, and so I can make it over to the shopping center. Let's hope none of these records has a scratch on them. Because I'm out of here. I'm going to kick things off with one of my personal all-time favorites. See you at the shopping center.
Ding dong ding dong ding dong ding. Sorry.
Scene 1. It's June. 18 months later, the radio is playing. Nothing much in the shop has changed. Maybe new curtains and a Mr. Coffee. Truvy is cutting Shelby's hair. The hair is very short, very boyish. There is an underlying uneasiness in Shelby's behavior. Clary is being done by Annelle. Shelby's radio plays, but fades in and out. Truvy, y'all. Control yourselves.
This isn't that kind of place.
Truvy and Annelle have to whack it from time to time to make it play.
Bro, this is a whole different place.
This has to be deliberate.
Clary has been regaling them with a story, and they are laughing.
But didn't he scare you to death coming by so late?
Well, it wasn't that late. About 9:30, I guess.
Still, somebody knocking on my bedroom window after dark would scare the daylights out of me. Must not live in the hood.
Not me. Hope springs eternal, I suppose. I was so disappointed when I realized it was only my nephew.
Well, I just think it's awful of Drew to throw his son out of the house. Parents should never throw their children out of the house.
Well, my brother can be very hot-headed when he wants to be, but he really didn't throw Marshall out. Marshall just came over to my house while his daddy cooled off. I adore Marshall. We stayed up half the night talking last night.
Well, that's it. Are you ready to see the new Shelby Latchery?
I don't know.
You're going to have to sooner or later. Our world is full of reflective surfaces.
I can't believe I'm getting so worked up over something as silly as a haircut.
Oh, you look precious.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh gosh, it's so weird.
I did what you wanted, didn't I, honey?
Yes, I didn't mean, of course. You did a beautiful job. I've never had short hair, that's all.
Well, this is what we Cosmo girls call a rite du passage. You French speakers out there.
Fuck you, bitch.
Get all of the bilingual children together. I'm sorry. I'm being so ridiculous.
It's okay, honey. Please don't cry because you know I will too. I have a strict policy that no one cries alone in my presence.
Oh, ladies, please. Now here, remind me never to take these two to see Dark Victory. They'd never survive.
Enough. I love my hair.
Whew! My artistic nature is so relieved.
It's very becoming. I guess with that baby, you don't have time to spend hours fussing with your hair. You just need something that you can just run your fingers through and go.
Well, it's totally adorable. Your mother's gonna love it.
Mama's gonna freak out. She just thinks I'm getting a trim. I wasn't up to a big debate with her this morning. Now, Truby, let's do my nails.
This is a treat. No one around here ever wants a manicure. I don't even know what to charge for a full day of beauty.
I want the works. I want to feel completely pampered today. Mama's gonna want a manicure too.
I'm gonna paint my front door red and change my name to Elizabeth Arden.
Now wait, manicures, saucy new hairdos. What's going on?
We're always up to something. You know that. But I want to get back to this Drew and Belle nonsense. I hope they reconcile with Marshall. Speaking as a parent, they better get their act together. I do not approve of friction between parents and children.
Oh, I think it'll all blow over. I have to admit, he did go about it all the wrong way.
What did he do?
Well, he marched in unexpected from Los Angeles while Drew and Belle were preparing for the annual Marmillion shrimp boil. Marshall, without so much as a hello, says, Mama and Daddy, I have something to tell you. I have a brain tumor and I have 3 months to live. Well, naturally, Drew and Belle became hysterical. And then Marshall goes, hey, folks, I'm just kidding. I'm only gay.
That was his idea of breaking the news gently.
Well, Drew became incredibly distraught and started throwing wet shrimp at him, screaming at him to get out of his sight. So Marshall came to my house smelling like a can of cat food or Weezer on a Wednesday.
What do you think Drew and Belle are feeling right now?
No, I don't know. They just considered themselves to be the model family for so long. First, Nancy Beth dethroned from that Miss Merry Christmas title after that unfortunate motel thing.
What motel thing? I don't live here anymore, remember?
Nancy Beth was discovered in a nearby motel with a high political official.
They were both high. They'd been smoking everything but the shoes.
To be the only Miss Merry Christmas in history caught down with her tinsel down around her knees was a very humiliating experience for the Marmillion family.
How do you feel about Marshall?
Well, I haven't really thought about it at all. I mean, I want you to know, he's always welcome in my house. I'm very proud of him. He built up that chain of sportswear stores all by himself without a penny of the family money. He says, I'm a self-made man, pulled myself out by my own jockstrap.
He always could turn a phrase.
Truvy's about to use a bottle of something for Shelby's manicure, but she realizes the bottle is empty. She turns to ask Annelle for some, but Annelle is in silent prayer. Uncomfortable, Truvy waits for Annelle to finish. Notice Annelle.
Amen.
Amen. And now I'm out of
Is it still next to?
no, it's over the,
Okay.
Was she praying?
yes.
Why?
Got me. Maybe she was praying for Marshall and Drew and Belle. Maybe she was praying for us because we were gossiping. Maybe she was praying because the elastic is shot in her pantyhose. Who knows?
Sorry.
You're laughing at yourself, sister.
Yeah, I know, because it's hilarious.
She
Girl,
prays
have
at
you
the
seen
drop
any
of
of her
a...
pantyhose? Most of
Bitch,
them
don't start.
about
This is not a reading
you.
session.
It's
I
the
mean-
roast all over again.
No.
How long has she been this way?
Ever since Mardi Gras, she had her choice of going to a Bible weekend with her Sunday school class or to New Orleans with me and 2 other sinners. She left that Friday a pleasant, well-adjusted young lady, and she returned on Tuesday a Christian.
What does her boyfriend say?
Sammy's so confused. He doesn't know whether to scratch his watch or wind his butt. He's crazy about her. He says he could deal with another man in her life, but he has trouble with the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost.
Well, I'm pretty religious, but that stuff makes me feel kind of creepy.
Well, I'm torn. I got 2 sons that I'm afraid are going to go into hell in a handbag. And a semi-daughter that strives to be the kind of girl Jesus would bring home to mama. I don't know what to think. I don't understand those people, but they sometimes seem to have a peace about things I've never had. Maybe I'm just jealous.
Adele enters, smacks the radio to make it play. Clary changes subject.
Oh, and Marshall's so thoughtful. He bought me this pen.
Serena wears a piece of jewelry under her beauty smock.
It's gold and enamel.
It's a bug.
It's fine jewelry. The little eyes are rubies, my birthstone.
Does Marshall have, friends?
Well, we talked a little bit about that. I'm such a nosy old coot. I asked him how he met people, because, in my day, you could just tell by a man's carriage and demeanor which side his bread was buttered on. But today, in this day and age, who knows? So I asked Marshall, how can you tell? And he said, all gay men have track lighting. Well,
He took it down.
no, one of them's still up.
Oh, okay.
I haven't finished putting in all the new lights, so people won't know we're gay. Hold on, I lost my place. All gay men have track lighting, and all gay men are named Mark, Rick, or Steve. He's such a nut. Track lighting.
Morning.
Morning, Weezer.
What's so funny?
Miss Clary was telling us the true story of track lighting.
I love mine. It highlights my new artwork.
Since when do you have track lighting, Weezer?
About 3 weeks. It's in my foyer up the stairs. It was my grandson's idea.
I haven't seen him in ages. How is he?
Steve's fine. I bought you all some tomatoes. First of the season. I didn't expect to see you in town, Shelby.
Well, I'm here.
Take some tomatoes back home with you. There are plenty. Boy, your hair's short. Looks good, though.
Thank you, Miss Weezer. Jack Jr. loves tomatoes. He smears them on the cafe curtains in the kitchen.
Your mama says you've become an incredible gourmet cook.
I try. When we first married, all Jackson wanted was meat and potatoes and vegetables just the way his mama made them. Cooked to mush. But I've broken him of that. I even got some pate down him last week. He swore it was dog food. Jack Jr. loved it, though.
Clary, how many tomatoes do you want? Tomatoes have no calories and they're full of things.
Weezer, well, you're almost chipper today. Why are you in such good mood? Did you run over a small child or something?
Do you or do you not want tomatoes?
Well, don't give them all to me.
Somebody's got to take them. I hate them. I try not to eat healthy food if I can help it. The sooner this body wears out, the better off I'll be. And shut up now, Clary. I have trouble enough getting enough grease down into my diet.
Mm-hmm.
Then why do you grow them?
I'm an old Southern woman. We're supposed to pull out on funny-looking hats and ugly old dresses and grow vegetables in the dirt. Don't ask me why. I don't make the rules.
Well, You should get some gloves. Your hands look like a couple of T-bone steaks.
Health is the most important thing, Miss Rita. Trust me on this.
And while I have everyone's attention, this morning I went to my mailbox and found out that someone has put me on the mailing list for the Riverview Baptist Church. Lucky me, I am now receiving chain letters for Christ.
They aren't chain letters. They're part of my prayer group's Reach Out and Touch project. We were each supposed to write to somebody in the community that we thought might be in spiritual trouble and invite them to worship.
Weezer plops on a big wad of mail.
I guess you made everybody's list.
I think it is the worst possible taste to pray for perfect strangers.
Reach out to Weezer and you'll pull back a bloody stump. Shelby, I just realized you saved me a phone call. Next Friday, Sis Orel and I are driving up to Monroe, and we'd like to take you and Jackson out to dinner if we may.
I can't Friday night. I'm sorry. What's the occasion?
Well, it's gonna sound a little silly, but we're coming up to go to the Little Theater. We've got tickets to a play.
No, you went to see anything that didn't have a goalpost at either end.
Well, up till now I haven't, but Sis and I decided at Bridge one day that we need to keep up. We're gonna expose ourselves to a little more culture, and that's not easy to come around in this neck of the woods, so we're seeing a Not Ready for Quarantine players play.
Nice.
Exactly what are you exposing yourself to?
Well, honey, if I
Coronavirus.
knew that, I don't know if I'd expose myself. That last
Oh,
thing we
Lord.
saw there was pretty good. It was Shakespeare. I was a little apprehensive at first, but you know what? When you get right down to it, he writes pretty straightforward stuff. I mean, I have to admit, when they hide behind curtains and put little masks over their faces to fool people, that gets kind of silly. I mean, Sis fell for it, but I didn't.
Sis Orwell is so dumb. She thinks Sherlock Holmes is a subdivision.
Well, anyway, Sis and I would like it so much. We're planning a theater trip to New York.
New York? Oh, Clary, I am green with envy. Promise me you'll go to the first floor of Bloomingdale's and come back and tell me everything. Women's Day says it's impossible to walk through there and not get made up.
Well, we're just talking. I'm scared to death of getting on a plane.
You're safer flying than you are in a car. Just sit in the rear. That's the best place to survive the crash.
Well, she does like the rear.
Miss Weaver, why don't you go to Monroe with Miss Clary?
I'm not exposing myself to anything.
Smart.
You should broaden your horizons, Weezer, almost as much as you broaden your backside.
You broaden your horizons your way. I'll broaden my horizons mine. I have plans next Friday. I'm going to Shreveport and get my colors done.
You're what?
I'm going to get my colors done. I'm going to find out if I'm a summer or spring or fall or winter. It's a present from Owen.
What are you talking about?
Every person has a particular coloring. Summer, spring, so on. You determine what season you are, then you know what colors you look best on you. Then you're given samples of the colors that are in your palette. It's most helpful when you shop for clothes. It gives you fashion courage.
Well, Weezer, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Well, it's all the rage.
A lot of my friends in Monroe have had it done.
There's a quiz on that very topic in that family circle right over there. I am the epitome of winter.
Why don't you have it done, Shelley? You're so fashion conscious.
No, I'm scared to. I might find out that pink is not in my palette, and I'm not sure I could live with that.
Well, I have heard it all. Well, I'm going to the theater, and I'm going to support the arts in our area.
I'll write a check. I'll support art. I just don't want to see it.
Well, it wouldn't hair lip you, you know.
Let's get one thing straight. I don't see plays because I can nap at home for free. And I don't see movies because they're all trash and full of naked people. And I don't read books because if they're any good, they'll make it into a miniseries.
Surprised you and Daddy don't get along any better than you do, Miss Weezer. Daddy. Okay. How are things with Owen? I try to check up on you, but I haven't been able to lately.
Yeah, all right. I enjoy his company on occasion.
Well, I can report through my connections at KPPD that a strange car has been parked in her garage at least once a week. And Sherwood Florist delivery truck stops by her house at least twice a week.
He knows I like fresh flowers.
Well,
You okay there, Clary?
I'm fine. I accidentally did 2 lines at once. You were supposed to notice and keep going, but you're fucking dumb. It's fine.
Oh, I
Keep
did. Well, there. My secret's out. I'm having an affair with a Mercedes Benz.
Weezer.
It's not been a secret. You've been dumb for a while.
Oh, Lord.
Weezer, forgive me. I have been dying to ask this. Are you and Owen, you know?
Wait. Hold on. I have to get this mental picture.
A dirty mind is a terrible thing to waste, Clary. Not that it's any of anyone's business, but no, we are friends. He would like more, and I'm dealing with that. But I'm an old and set in my ways.
You are playing hard to get.
At her age, she should be playing Beat the Clock. Almost as bad as Rhett. Both have been in trouble with their new tricks.
No trash talking in my shop.
I can't help it if men find me desirable, Clary.
Shelby, when are you going to bring that baby of yours by?
Oh, I brought a picture of him. Let me show you.
Has he gained any weight?
He's about 15 pounds now.
God, he is a tiny thing.
He only weighed 1.5 pounds when he was born, but he'll catch up. Give him time.
Ooh, bless his heart. Boy, these are some anxious hours, weren't they? Ooh, we didn't know who to worry about most, you or that baby.
I certainly wouldn't recommend having a baby 3 months premature.
Well, I get upset just thinking about it.
Then let's don't. Yep, Jack Jr. is a little fighter, and he's going to wear me out. I wish I knew where he gets all his energy.
Don't try to do it all yourself. You get that husband of yours to help. They're supposed to be helping out this decade.
Uh-oh.
I think she froze.
She gone.
She not supposed to be gone. She's not supposed to be coming back. She's not supposed to be going until the next scene. That's okay. We can wait.
Spoilers.
I was gonna say, don't do spoilers.
It's a 30-year-old movie. Okay.
Where's my daughter? What the hell?
That's a different movie by her.
Not with my daughter.
Not without my daughter.
Also, while we're waiting for her to, I'm assuming it's probably resetting or whatever. Computer died. Yeah, damn it. Give me 1 second.
Also,
Okay.
from the freeze frame, she clearly
Yes.
was going, oh, shit.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Okay, can I just say while she's gone, first of all, like,
oh
did
yeah.
y'all ever read Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, the play? Okay, I really think we need to do a Weezer and Clary like version of that, and Sarah can help me write it, and like y'all need to do that for real. Like, this is like giving me kind of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern vibes, like for real.
I just love. I can't remember what the line was. Something about the body. And you thought it was to be watch and shut up, Clary.
I'm like not on video, but if y'all could see me, I'm like falling out of my chair, dying with laughter. So like we need to do like a Weezer Clary kind of thing.
Yes, we do.
It would just be hilarious.
I mean, we're Weezer and Clary 24/7.
I know.
That's why the casting was perfect.
Yeah,
Okay,
and everyone else needs to understand the appreciation that we have for you.
Yes.
There she is.
Oh,
Hey, welcome back.
You ain't, girl, you ain't supposed to die till the next scene.
That was a little sneak peek.
A sneak peek.
I think she-
Well, we have been talking about exposing
Spoiler
ourselves.
alert! Shelby dies.
The
Sorry,
Titanic.
give me a
Get
second.
it.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Where do we want
Page
to pick it?
55. I mean, I could just say my line again.
Okay.
Where are we at?
Page 55 in the middle.
And is it don't try to
I'm
do it all
gonna say
yourself?
don't try. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Ready, Freddie?
I'm ready.
Don't try to do it all yourself. You get that husband of yours to help. They're supposed to be helping out this decade.
He helps, I guess. Mama doesn't think he does, but he does sometimes when he thinks about it, which isn't often. Fucker. Most of the time, he doesn't do a damn thing. And every weekend, he's off hunting.
I told you.
And ain't shit. Oh, but Jackson certainly is a good provider.
Yes, that's true.
And he'll come around. And when he does, I want you to run, tell me how you accomplished it. And I'll get to work on that sofa slug I'm married to.
Truvy offers a choice of nail polish colors.
This one's pretty.
I thought so. Private Passion is my favorite. It's luscious without being sleazy. Now, ladies, next Saturday, we have to make time adjustments. I'm going to be here all by my lonesome. Annelle is taking a well-deserved vacation.
Well, that's nice. Are you taking a trip?
Yes, I am.
Well, aren't you going to tell us where you're going?
No.
Please, Annelle, I don't know how I'll get through the week without this information.
You'll just make fun.
Annelle, you know I love it when you go on and on about your spiritual growth. I just can't get enough.
She has a very nice little trip planned to Camp Crossroads in the Ozarks.
So funny, we were just talking about that.
I don't believe I've ever heard of Camp Crossroads.
We're literally just talking about this. It's in the middle of Arkansas. It's a Christian camp. There's just cabins, a chapel, a dining hall in the middle of the mountains with a lake. I will spend a week in Bible study, prayer, and meditation.
And lesbian kisses.
And lesbian kisses. You're in the middle of nature, surrounded by the beauty of the Lord and lesbians.
Are there water beds for
Same
these
thing.
lesbian kisses?
Weezer, now leave her alone. Don't be telling your secrets now.
Oh,
I'm just trying to find out more about Camp Cross-Eyed. I might want to go.
God damn it. That's a laugh. You've never done a religious thing in your life.
Well, that's not true. When I was in school, a bunch of my friends and I would dress up like nuns and go bar hopping.
Well, Annelle, is your boyfriend going with you?
No, he said he'd rather eat dirt.
I'm going to check up on my granddaughter and make sure she's still going to the Episcopal Church. This born-again process seems awfully tedious.
I have to say this, Miss Weezer, and I don't mean to hurt you, but I worry about your faith sometimes.
My faith is fine. If my hair needeth the most work.
Now, Weezer, one of these days, somebody's going to cut the feet out of your stockings if you'd ever wear them.
Weezer! Have you no shame?
Oh, that's all right, Trudy. I love Miss Weezer. I pray for her every day. Sometimes twice.
This catches Weezer off guard. Malin enters carrying a package.
Morning, everybody. Shelby.
Mama, please don't say anything. I like it. It'll be so much easier to deal with.
Oh, honey, bless your heart.
It'll dry so quick. All I have to do is run my fingers through it.
Last time you had short hair like that was, I think, kindergarten.
I know. I decided today that I'm going to get my hair all cut off every 25 years.
I love it, I do.
It's not too perky, is it?
It looks great. How are you doing?
Fine, Mama. How are you?
Just fine. Here, I brought you a goodie. You can open it later.
Malin hands Shelby the package.
Now, Malin, it must be nice having your entire family home this weekend.
It's rare indeed, but it has been very nice.
Any special reason?
Just to get together. Last week was our anniversary.
Why didn't you say something to remind me? I'd have baked you something. Drum does love my surprise nut cake.
He sure does.
Of course.
Oh, it's the perfect setup. What am I supposed to do?
Doesn't love nut cake.
Anyways, just to get, we've never considered a major occasion before.
Which one is it?
The 30th.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
What is the 30th anniversary? What is the 30th anniversary?
How do you mean?
You know, first anniversary is Piper, 20th is China, 25th is Silver, 30th must be
Valium.
what would Drum say if he heard you say that?
Nothing. He doesn't have any idea what Valium is, which is why I take it all the time. The man prides himself on never having any tension, which is amazing considering the amount of time he has created over the years. Listen to me. We got to stop taking pot shots at Drum all the time. He is a good man. He's crazy, but he's a good man.
He seems to be behaving himself lately. He was most civil in the Piggly Wiggly yesterday. I got caught off guard and smiled before I could help myself.
The most bizarre thing happened. Drum and I have been rediscovering those things that brought us together in the first place, like sex. I don't know if we've buried them or become blind to them.
Used to be. The thought of our parents being romantic made me and my brother sick to our stomachs because they were so loud. But it's actually, it's been a lovely week.
Every now and then, Drum and I seem to find those moments of magic with nutcakes. I don't know. I don't know if I'm lucky to have what I have, or if I'm just lucky to know what I have.
Well, that's too deep for me. I need my tires rotated.
Oh, we were talking about your nuts.
We moved higher, Weezer.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Sweet, Miss Weezer.
Malin, maybe you should write a romance novel based on your recent experiences. I could help you with the dirty part.
No one would believe it, girl, let me tell you. Shelby, you look a little pale.
I'm fine, Mama. How are you?
Larry takes off the smock, tips NL, and leaves money on the counter.
Well, ladies, if you're out and about this afternoon, stop by the Dixie Plaza Shopping Center. The radio station is sponsoring a summer fiesta, lots of prizes, and a live band. They call themselves Single Bullet Theory.
Truvy is working on Shelby's nails. Truvy pushes Shelby's sleeves back to get them out of the way and sees Shelby's bruised arms.
Shelby, what have you done to yourself?
Oh, it doesn't hurt.
What have you been doing? Have you seen Malin?
Yes, I have.
The doctor's just trying to strengthen my veins. They're in terrible shape.
Clary!
I know, there's a stage direction there.
Well, just
Oh, not in my
Look at her
script.
damn arms.
Sorry.
Oh, it's not yours? Okay, that's fine. I'm walking over to Shelby to look at your arms. It looks like you've been driving nails into your arms. What is going on here?
Shall we tell the Mama?
I guess so. No point in keeping it a secret any longer. Shelby's been driving nails into her arms.
He's
Now, be
serious.
serious.
It's my dialysis.
Except for Malin, the room is in shock.
What?
What?
Dialysis. It's when
I don't know what it is.
Please tell us what's going on, honey.
it's not any big thing. No big thing. Don't look at me like that.
How long have you been doing this dialysis?
A couple of months.
Now, Mary Lynn Eaton, I am without
Eaton.
words. Why haven't I been told?
There was no point. Sometimes you don't want to talk about things.
What would have been the point anyway? There's nothing you could do.
Could have done something.
I can't believe you didn't say anything. Now that is selfish. That is very selfish of both of you. Like
Oh.
Wheezer.
How old are you? You're all talking like this is something.
This isn't something?
Having Jack Jr. put too much strain on my kidneys and now they're kaput. That's all. The doctor said this would probably happen.
That's all. That's all, she says.
I'm responding beautifully to the dialysis. Do I look bad?
You look beautiful, but
Well, maybe you could just let us in on what's gonna happen.
Do you do this dialysis forever?
I could, I suppose. But that's not real convenient when you're trying to keep up with a 15-month-old ball of fire. So I'll just have a kidney transplant and I'll be fine.
Or maybe your husband could do something, but whatever.
Right. He could.
Is it that easy?
Sure. They do them all the time in Shreveport. Three or four a week.
They do. Our Sunday class was praying for one just the other day.
But the hard part is finding a kidney, isn't it?
Now, I saw something on the news. It's so dramatic. These medical teams fly all over the place, taking hearts and kidneys and who knows what else. And you know the thing that's impressed me the most? They carry those organs in beer coolers.
stop.
I would not lie in a moment as serious as this. Those doctors take out their six-packs, throw in some dry ice and a heart, and get on the plane.
She's right.
Anil.
Sorry. No one that I didn't highlight. But you never know when one will pop up, do you?
No, I'm registered on the nationwide transplant computer.
Well, how long do you have to wait?
There are people at dialysis that have been waiting for years.
That must be agony.
I suppose, but I'm lucky. I don't have to wait anymore. Mama's going to give me one of her kidneys.
More
No.
shock all
You're
of
not
us.
serious, etc.
When?
We check in tomorrow morning.
You're giving Shelby a kidney tomorrow and you haven't even mentioned it?
Truvy, please do my hair. I'm in a bit of a rush.
I never thought there'd be a time that words would fail me. But I think this is it.
Why didn't you tell us?
We just told you. We haven't known that long. We were all tested last week. I'm the closest match.
What do you mean match?
There are 4 categories for an organ match, and I match the best.
Categories?
Swimsuit, evening gown, talent, and personality.
Well, I'm gonna yank you bald-headed, smartass.
We are very upset here.
I passed upset a long time ago.
I'm sorry. That's Tommy's joke. I think it was very funny.
All right. I'm
No
just so
wonder.
relieved it was me. The boys are young. I would never want them to go through it. And who would want one of Drum's old mean organs? But the best thing about all this is, with all the tests and stuff, I've discovered the constitution of someone 10 years younger. How about that?
Well, you were just telling us you wanted Drum's mean old organ, but it must be so painful.
Not really for me. My operation's simple. Mama's is awful. They basically have to saw her in half to get the kidney. It's major surgery for her.
They have to saw you in half?
Y'all, they do it all the time on Circus of the Stars.
Now look, this is no laughing matter.
Trust me, Miss Clary. There have been more than enough tears.
And it'll make my waist smaller because they take out my bottom ribs to get my kidney out because apparently being skinny is all the rage.
Cher had her ribs taken out to have a smaller waist.
Oh.
Oh, please. That woman's out of her mind.
She is a goddess.
Thank you.
Marilyn Manson had his
Not
hits
my
taken out.
show. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
I was too, but it wasn't in character.
Look, Shelby, earlier this morning, I said I'd be better off when my body wears out. I didn't mean that. You know better than to pay attention to anything I say.
Trust me, I don't. Miss Lisa, forget it.
Well, I'm a terrible person. Shut up, Clary.
No, you're not, Weezer. You'd give your dog a kidney if he were a dog and you weren't actually human.
Absolutely.
But you two seem so calm and collected.
I'm happy. Look at the opportunity I have. Most mothers only get the chance to give their child life one time. I get a chance to do it twice. I think it's neat. And Shelby needs her health to chase after that rambunctious kid of hers. I've got 2 kidneys, and I only need one. I'm just glad we can get it over with before it gets too hot.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm gonna postpone my vacation day so I can sit with your husband during the operation. I can run get Coca-Colas and things.
Oh, girl, you know he don't drink Coca-Cola. That's sweet of you, though. But don't change your plans.
We'll make sure Drum has enough food.
Yes, you must put your house out of your mind. We will take care of everything.
I appreciate that. And I know Drum does, too.
Well, then, you are brave. You are so brave.
You know, if I didn't know better, Shelby, I wouldn't even know you've been sick a day in your life.
That's the biggest compliment anyone has ever paid to me.
Poor Shelby.
Poor Eve.
Don't say that. I have my baby. I'm very happy. If this is part of the price I have to pay, then I have to pay it. I can deal with it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, someone has a present to open.
This for me?
Only if you could wear a size 4. That is so mean. I'm sorry.
I can take it in.
Mama, would you open it?
Sure. It's a little something I picked up. It was on sale, truthfully.
Carefully holding up a pink bed jacket, taking in her appearance.
Ladies, do I look fabulous or what?
God bless you, Shelby.
You're gonna be the sassiest girl in that hospital.
Well, what about me?
You ladies better come visit us.
Well, I'll be sitting right by your side when you wake up. Yours too, Malin. I'll manage it somehow.
And I'll keep Drum calm during the operation.
That sounds inappropriate. We're in such good hands. Mama, you're going to be a wife. So I'm going back to the house and spend some time with Daddy.
Good. Drum's not taking it very well. He gets so emotional over the tiniest things.
Truly, this is probably going to gross you out. But could I have my hair? Is that too repulsive?
People do it all the time.
I had it for so long. I guess it represents an era or something.
Shelby reaches for a long lock of hair, but her nails are still wet.
Honey, your nails. I'll put it in a box and give it to your mama.
I love y'all.
Shelby starts out the door.
Miss Clary, would you do something for me?
Of course.
Next time you talk to Drew and Belle, I know they're upset about Marshall and all, but tell them I said that if that's the most disturbing thing that ever happened to them, they should just get over it.
Well, I'll tell him today.
Truly, why isn't my radio playing?
Shelby taps the radio. It plays. Shelby's fingernails are still wet. Shelby exits.
Girl, not her curtain wet.
What kind of nail polish?
She got her curtain wet.
Oh, girl.
Oh, hey.
Drums organ again.
Girl.
Oh
Also,
my.
oh god,
Raunchy.
raunchy.
There was surprise nut. I don't know.
That's good.
Been a minute since I've had a surprise nut. It's been hard.
Oh my god.
All right,
Well, let's go to the
All
store,
right.
babe.
all right. It's
Yeah.
time for, here come the waterworks. Let's do this.
Oh shit. Okay. Act 2. Scene 2. During the scene change, the song that closes Scene 1 fades in to the following speech to denote the passage of time. It is the KPPD DJ. Proud of our Devils on their 14th. They keep playing like this. The Devils might just have another state champion to call their own. That final playoff score again, 27-6. There is no new word on that lawsuit brought by the Reverend Q.T. Bennett against the Chenapacquin Parish Board of Education. The Reverend, who is the pastor of the Riverview Baptist Church, has filed a suit charging that the use of the devil as a mascot for our high school team encourages satanic behavior in the youth of our community. When reached for comment about the Reverend's lawsuit, Devils head coach Waddy Thibodeau said, and I quote, "Tell him to go to hell." Lights up. The radio continues to play under Truby's phone call. It's November and is unusually cold. Clary and Weezer are in chairs. Annelle is doing Weezer's hair in silence. Annelle is visibly pregnant. Clary is half-heartedly reading Reader's Digest.
I'm sorry, honey. You know I would if I could, but I just can't today. I could squeeze you in first thing Monday. Fine. See you then, Susan.
Truvy hangs up, then gazes out the window, deep in thought. No one speaks for a moment. Annelle is listening to another weather report.
Sean, if you want to do the other DJ lines for the congratulations, just do those now, just because the way that this is set up.
That'd be ugly on Zoom. My perfect congratulations to Juanetta Bench of 135 Debbie Jean Drive. She is the winner of the Halloween sweepstakes, sponsored in part by NRFQP and the Marmillion Mills. Miss Bench wins an all expenses paid weekend in Baton Rouge and a year's supply of plywood from Marmillion Mills, the finest plywood money can buy. If you're going out today, bundle up. We'll be doing good to get up to 39 degrees. Last night was the coldest Halloween since 1948. I'm not used to this Arctic weather.
39 degrees. You were right, Trivy.
It's too cold for this time of year. I'm going to write a letter.
I don't like it one bit. I turn blue when it's this cold, and blue is not in my palette.
Well, Anne Boleyn had 6 fingers.
Who's Anne Boleyn?
Anne Boleyn, you uneducated swine. She was one of 6 of wives of Henry VIII.
I never watched public television.
Well, she had 6 fingers.
What happened to the other 4?
No, she had 11 total.
Are you trying to confuse me? What are you talking about?
I've never had to try a day in my life to confuse you, Weezer. This article says that she's had 6 fingers on one hand. So she had all her dresses made so the sleeves hung down over her fingertips so she wouldn't look as weird as you do.
Reader's Digest is a font of useful information.
They lapse into thoughtful silence. Truvy around her neck.
I just love my scarf, Miss Clary. You are so thoughtful. It really jazzes up this outfit.
Well, the only thing that separates us from animals is our ability to accessorize, right, Weezer?
I just want to spray a little more of my French perfume. I love it so much. I love it. I love it when the smell just hits the air.
Don't waste it. That stuff ain't cheap.
Save it, honey. We're going to have to burn our clothes as it is.
I'm just so touched that you remembered us.
Well, I had a ball shopping. I don't care what anyone says. The French people are very friendly, and most of them had the courtesy to speak English. And on top of it, you know what else I did? I stopped shaving my armpit.
Me too.
Weezer has pulled her scarf out from under her smock. It is a wild print. As Weezer examines it,
And I love Weezers too. I may want to borrow that sometime.
Well, you're welcome to it.
You don't like it, do you?
It's perfect for me. A print this busy will never show up in any of the dog hair.
Feet are like 2 blocks of ice.
This tastes like it was made in a rubber tire.
Anel, remember to get that new thing for the Mr. Coffee.
Have any of you seen her this morning?
I haven't. I went directly to the house when I got in. Only the boys were there.
Do you think she'll come back?
I doubt it. I'm sure her hair is the farthest thing from her mind.
Who knows what's on her mind, but she might need something, and I just wanted to be here for her.
Oh, I'm so glad you stayed open today.
How are the boys?
As well as can be expected, I'd assume.
My husband and I are taking some barbecue over there later.
I have never seen so much food in my life. And I hang around Weezer.
Yeah, 'cause I eat it all, bish.
You can never have enough at times like these. My husband's back at the apartment cooking up a storm. He's convinced that his red beans and rice will make everyone feel better.
Well, maybe he's right. That's why we call it soul food. I'm
Kind
gonna
of
have to get
white.
his recipe.
Kind of white splaining is that?
I'm sorry, what is that? What?
Some white splaining.
Okay. Okay. Aw.
Oh, you'll have to ask him. Sammy runs me off whenever he starts cooking. Big shot there. That kitchen is so tiny, also accurate. He's scared he'll hit me in the stomach with a spatula.
When are you moving, Anel?
Next month.
You had to bring it up. I can't stand it that she's moving away now that I'm about to be a semi-grandmother.
It's just down the street, Trudy. A hop, skip, and a jump. That apartment is so squunched. Sammy and I have to step outside and change our minds. You're toying with me, aren't you?
A little bit, not a lot. Guess it's just me and the old man.
Not true, V. Be thankful. You're going to miss him if he were gone.
You know, last night he actually got up off the couch and said, "Let's go out to eat." Well, after I came to, I asked him, "What's the matter?" I thought Deputy Dog had been preempted. Then he said he's got a good shot at doing the electrical contracting for the new college library. I'm not supposed to tell anybody.
Ah.
Ooh.
Man.
Hello, everybody. Welcome home, Clary. How are you? How was Paris?
Perfectly beautiful. I ate too much, and I brought you some pretty.
You shouldn't have.
the radio is playing something inappropriate. Anel goes to turn it off.
Don't turn off Shelby's radio. I like the noise.
Well, there's special programming today. I had Jonathan go down to the station and pull music. All music that Shelby wouldn't like. And they're going to play it all until noon.
He told me. I think you're going to be surprised at some of the stuff you hear.
Wop.
That's okay, because it's for Shelby.
Malin, just tell us. What can we do?
Thank you. Shruvy, do you think you could work a little magic? I look like 10 miles of dirt road.
Let me get my wand and my fairy dust. How are you
Balloon
doing,
six.
honey?
I'm fine. I'm a little worried about Drum. The boys got in last night. I really don't know how they're doing. Jackson. He has his hands full with Jack Jr. I will admit it's hard to be somber with the baby running round.
Oh, Malin, I am beside myself. Wasn't Shelby fine when I left? Can you talk about it?
Oh, sure. Basically, after the transplant failed, she went back on dialysis. You knew that. She'd been doing fine the last few months. But last Monday, everything went wrong. It was like dominoes. They thought they could correct things with a little surgery. As they wheeled her down, she said, "Mama, I'm going to feel so good when this is over." Then they gave her the anesthetic.
I hate this line, just FYI. In a way, she was right. Maybe she knew she was going to be with her kid.
Yes, Anel, maybe so.
We should be rejoicing.
Well, you go ahead. I wish I could feel that way. I guess I'm feeling a little selfish because I'd rather have her here.
Miss Malin, I don't mean to upset you by saying that. You see, when something like this happens, I pray very hard to make heads or tails of it. And I think in Shelby's case, she wanted to take care of that baby, of you, of everybody she knew. And her poor body was just worn out. It wouldn't let her do everything she wanted to do. So she went on to a place where she could be a guardian angel. She'll always be young. She'll always be beautiful. And I personally feel much safer knowing she's up there on my side. I know some people might think that sounds real simple and stupid, and maybe I am, but that's how I get through things like this.
Thank you, Anel. I appreciate that. And that's a very good idea. Shelby, as you know, would not want any of us all mired down and wallowing in this. She would look on it as just one of life's occurrences. We should deal with it the best way we know how and just get on with it. That's what my mind says. I wish somebody would explain that to my heart.
Tommy said you didn't leave her side.
Well, I wasn't in the mood for playing bridge. No, I couldn't leave my Shelby. It's interesting. Both the boys were very difficult births. I almost died when Jonathan was born. Very difficult births, but Shelby was a breeze. I could have gone home that afternoon I had her. I was thinking about that as I sat next to Shelby. While she was in a coma, I would work her legs and arms to keep the circulation going. Told the ICU nurse we were doing our Jane Fonda. I stayed there, and I kept pushing on, just like I always have when Shelby was concerned, hoping she'd sit up and argue with me. But finally, we all realized there was no hope. And at that point, I panicked. I was very afraid that I would not survive the next few minutes while they turned off the machines. Drum, he couldn't take it. He left. Jackson couldn't take it. He left. Struck me as amusing. Men are supposed to be made of steel or something. But I couldn't leave. I just sat there, holding Shelby's hand while the sounds got softer and the beeps got farther apart until it was quiet. There was no noise, no tremble, just peace. And then I realized as a woman how lucky I was. I was there when this person drifted into my world, and I was there when she drifted out. It's the most precious moment of my life.
Well, I don't know how your insides are doing, but your hair is holding up beautifully. All it needs is a lick and a promise. Did you have it done in Shreveport?
No, I did it myself.
Hold it, Missy. I don't want to hear that kind of talk.
Doing my hair was so odd. I had no idea about the back.
Oh, you did a lovely job. I just smoothed out the rough spots. In fact, I'm going to be looking for temporary help when Anel goes on maternity leave. Are you interested?
It was just with so much going on. I didn't know if I would have time or would feel like coming here. But this morning, I wanted to come here more than anything. Is that silly?
No.
Last night, I went to Shelby's closet. Guess what I found? All our Christmas presents stacked up and wrapped with her own two hands. I better go.
Check the back.
Perfect as always. You know, Shelby was right. It does look like a broad football helmet.
Honey, sit right back down.
Oh my God.
Oh. Do you feel right?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I feel great, but my daughter, I can run to Texas and back, but my daughter, she can't. I'm so mad. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. How is that baby ever going to understand what his mother went through for him? I don't understand. Lord, I wish I could. It's not supposed to happen this way. I'm supposed to go first. I'm supposed to go first. I've always been ready to go first. I just can't stand this. I just want to hit somebody until they feel as bad as I do. I just want to hit somebody and hit them hard.
Everyone's unable to react, overcome with emotion. Eventually, Clary has an idea. She pulls Weezer next to Malin and braces Weezer as if Weezer were a blocking dummy.
Here, hit this. Go ahead, Malin. Just slap her.
Are you crazy?
Hit her.
Are you high, Clary?
Have you lost your mind?
We could sell T-shirts saying I slapped Weezer Boudreaux. Hit her. Hit her.
Truvy, dial 911.
Don't let her beauty stand in the way. Just hit her.
Miss Clary, enough.
Hush, Clary.
Now, Weezer, this is your chance to help out your fellow Ann. Knock her lights out, Malin.
Clary, you're going to piss God off if you're not careful.
Let go of me.
Well, Malin, you just missed the chance of a lifetime. Most of would give their eye teeth to take a whack at Weezer.
You are a pig from hell.
Okay, well, all right. Hit me then.
Whatever would we do without Clary's own special brand of humor?
Clary, you are evil and you must be destroyed.
Darling, Mother Nature's taking care of that faster than any of you ever could. Things are getting entirely too serious there for a moment. Malin, I'm sorry. We are all entitled to our sorrow.
That was very funny, Clary.
I have to admit I laughed, although that wasn't a very Christian thing to do, Miss Clary.
Anil, honey, you're going to have to lighten up.
My husband says the same thing.
I bet Lloyd got a kick out of that one.
Lloyd did get a lot of enjoyment at my expense when he was alive.
Now, Malin, you know how much Lloyd adored Shelby. I'm sure he's up there right now, showing her around, fixing her speeding tickets.
Shelby was crazy about Lloyd.
She worshipped the quicksand that man walked on. And I am for sure when Shelby got up there, he was very happy to see a familiar face. He was a Louisiana politician. We don't know many other people that went to heaven.
Clary.
Weezer. Now you know I love you more than I love my luggage.
You are too twisted for color TV.
Well, thank you.
Now that you two have made up, we had better let this woman go. She has to pull herself together. She cannot be a pillar of strength with eye makeup running down her neck.
Go on out there, Miss Malin. We'll be just fine.
I shouldn't have gone on like I did. I made everybody cry. I'm so sorry.
Don't be silly. Laughter through tears is my favorite emotion.
Maybe it was about time I had an emotional outburst. Maybe I'll start having them at home more often. Drum will be so pleased. I'm glad I came. Shelby would have had a good time here this morning.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Malin, tell your family, especially Drum, that they've been in my prayers.
There's a reaction from NL. Weezer acknowledges.
Yes, Nell, I pray. There, I've said it. I hope you're satisfied.
I have suspected this all along.
But don't you go trying to get me to come out to your church to those tent revivals with all those Bible beaters doing God only knows what. They probably make me eat a live chicken.
Not on your first visit.
This remark takes everyone by surprise.
Well, very good, Anel. Spoken like a true smart ass.
Malin, Owen wanted me to tell you that you're in his thoughts.
But I didn't think you and Owen were.
He's coming in Monday to take me to Shelby service. That girl will do anything to get us together.
I better go.
Lynn, you promise you'll call if you need anything, you hear?
And if her line's busy, call me.
Nah, call me. I've got call waiting. Just got it.
I will.
Oh, Miss Madeline, I don't know if this is the time or the place, but I want to tell you that Sammy and I decided if this is a girl, we want to name it her Shelby, since she was the reason we met in the first place, if you don't mind.
Mind? Shelby would love that. I'm tickled pink. Pink.
Well, what do you name it if it's a boy?
Shelby, I guess, because gender's a construct.
Well, that's the way it should be. Life goes on.
Well, Lynn, I know it hurts, but it'll get better. And if you feel like taking a whack at something, come on over and hit on me. I won't break.
I may take you up on that. Y'all have no idea how wonderful you are.
Of course we do.
As Malin leaves the shop, she passes Shelby's radio that has ceased to play during the scene. Malin stops, looks at it lovingly, then hauls off and gives it a mighty whack. It starts playing softly. Malin smiles and tells the group on her exit.
There. That's better.
Ensemble reaction. After Malin's exit, Clary takes Weezer's hand in friendship, noticing Weezer's need for a manicure.
Oh, honey,
And now-
these hooves.
Cut it, Clary.
Nell offers a silent prayer, which Weezer acknowledges, but respectfully does not interrupt. Trudy, who's been watching Malin out the window, returns to working on Clary's hair. The action in the shop continues. The lights fade and the music swells. It is the theme from Hawaii Five-0. Curtain.
Yay!
Okay.
We did it!
We did it. Michelle, just
Oh my God.
That was
so
cool.
good.
Thank you.
So good. That scene. And Ginger's got me almost tearing up now because that scene is.
Just stop having feelings, obviously.
Yeah.
Feelings?
What?
What are those?
She's a whole cancer.
It's like in First Wives Club where Goldie Hawn is like, I'm an actress. I have all the feelings.
I love that movie.
How can you not love that movie? It has Bette Midler, Goldie Hawn, and Diane Keaton.
God.
Period.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you all for being here tonight. Definite big shout out because I added Sean as a narrator and announcer as the last minute. So way to go on that. That you were giving me shades of like Matlock meets like the sheriff from Cannonball Run. It was like all over the place, but I loved it.
It was, it had happened.
Clary and Weezer, y'all killed it.
Oh my God.
Way to go.
Like, we really need to just have like a Clary and Weezer thing.
The ad-libbing came so fluidly. I was just like
y'all's chemistry is amazing and just speaks volumes about your relationship, by the way, even though I don't know y'all in real life. But yeah, that chemistry is like
Volumes about how much I hate her.
and your hooves, apparently.
Also,
Girl, you have no idea about those fucking hooves.
Oh, God.
Also, I
In the
have
middle of the night, sometimes I fear I'm going to lose one of my limbs.
Damn it.
And yet
God.
you married me.
Oh.
Oh, you married me, baby. You're the one that married up.
Oh, God.
I definitely also want to put surprise nutcake somehow into every script reading. That can be our drinking
That's
game.
going to be our new
Oh,
surprise.
baby, I will put surprise nuts wherever you need them.
Okay.
No, I will nut it up.
Oh,
all
God.
This has become YouTube After Dark.
Yep.
Okay.
Kelsey as
You'll have to
Trudy
hop
waiting.
over to OnlyFans for that
Yes.
one.
Let's bring it
I
down.
know. I'm trying to get Kelsey's thing done because she just yawned. Mom's
I'm
tired.
tired.
Mom is
It's almost
tired.
10. Ah!
Girl, you got 3 minutes before bedtime. You're fine.
Yeah.
It's been like 2 hours past bedtime.
Oh
Y'all,
my
East
Two
Coast
hours.
people here. East Coast people here. 11 p.m.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
11
all?
p.m.
With kids.
Yes. Sam, great, amazing job as Shelby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Michelle, you killed it. That's all I can say. Like that scene is just yes.
Thank
Killed it.
you.
Diabetes killed Shelby.
Too soon. Too soon.
Cautionary.
Soon.
Wilford, leave me alone.
A cautionary tale.
Oh, yes. Oh God. And then there's me playing the Daryl Hannah.
Anel.
Anel, whatever you want to call her.
I thought you thought her name was Arnell.
Okay. I was working on that poster between
I forgot
trials.
about that.
Oh, girl, leave it to
No,
Clarice.
that poster was right. No, that poster was rife with issues. Didn't know my own character's name. I switched Clary and Weezer, clearly, because apparently I don't know the difference. So
We're so similar. How could you confuse us?
I'm gonna let that one lay where it lies. So thank you.
That's what I do with Ginger every night.
Okay.
So
Okay.
thank y'all so much for coming out tonight. Make sure you join us next week for A Night with Fraser Crane. And that's it, y'all. Hope we didn't make you cry too much. Hope we made you laugh a lot.
Yay.
Yay.
Love you all.
Mwah. Wear your mask.
Wear your mask. A few more
Wear your
days. Inauguration coming up, everybody.
Go wear the mask after inauguration.
Yes.
Yes,
Bye, y'all.
bye.
Okay, bye.